Hello and welcome to Weekly Affirmations, your positive feel-good show where we kick off the weekend just right. And we're gonna start off with our theme song. Laura?
I said a weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go. It's pretty decent.
It is pretty decent.
It is more than decent today. It is excellent. Welcome everybody. This is Weekly Affirmations, the positive feel-good show about indie and freeform RPGs. I am your host Strix, and this is Anna. Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Let's set an affirmation for the Elf Queen Anna, please. Strix, #GeekFleet, #as technology.
Excellent. So starting off the day right, Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Happy #Strix Day. Hope you all are well. Can I get an affirmation for Joe on his last at Hyper RPG #Wexing?
Oh, you absolutely can, but first, hello everybody in chat. It's wonderful to see all of your familiar faces again. It's wonderful to see some of your new faces. If you're new, say hi, introduce yourselves. We're a nice big happy community here. And Anna, would you like your affirmation?
Absolutely.
This is from Katie Cat.
Yep.
And Katie Cat would like you to know that you are a quiet, buzzing chimera.
It works. I can work.
It does
work
work.
that.
It does
I can rock
absolutely
that.
work.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
So here on Weekly Affirmations, we like to affirm each other because that's awesome. If you donate or subscribe, you get an affirmation that you can have for yourself or dedicate to someone else. As you can see, we like giving them to each other as well. So I believe there's another one in the works.
Yes.
It's for Joe.
Joe?
From Eridinsk.
Joe?
Yes, Joe, come here.
Joe, did you want some wine?
What is going on out here?
Do you want some wine,
It's
Joe?
Friday, Joe.
Casual friend, man.
Yeah, well, you can. There's a whole nother glass
Another
here
glass?
if you want. Like, you just gotta pour yourself some.
Yeah, I don't really need a wine bottle for
There you
beer.
go. There you go.
I got the beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't put beer.
Fun fact, you ever wondered what these little divots are? If you wonder
No,
what these little
because I
divots are on the
know.
back,
What are they
so you
for?
hold your thumbs when you pour wine, the label's out, and that's how you're supposed to pour it.
I don't know anything about wine at all because I am highly allergic, but it looks like fun.
I know. I feel bad just having it near you.
It's
Like
okay.
it's going to waft on you, and your skin's gonna
Just
start to
don't,
burn.
just don't spill it down my throat, and we'll
It's
be
not
fine.
that good of a wine, Joe. Just so we're clear.
So Joe, it's your last day here at Hyper RPG.
What's up?
You've been a fantastic addition to the team.
Save some for me.
We're really gonna miss you,
No, have more.
and you just keep doing that thing. So Airdink specifically wants you to know.
Aridin, you know, I found out it's Aridin SC, right?
Aridin
Yeah.
SC, not
Aridin
Airdinsk.
SC.
Yeah.
My world is blown.
Right?
Next you're gonna tell me peanut butter and jelly is actually named Philip. Goodness.
You love a good Philip sandwich.
So Joe, you are a shy, daring Sprite.
Sprite. Ooh,
Sprite.
I haven't heard that one before.
Oh no, we gotta get the angel music for Joe. He has special angel music.
It's
Come on,
special angel
come on, Laura
music.
QQ, you can do it.
Well, she's doing that.
Oh,
Ah!
wow. So on my stream for a very long time, before I came out here, we were doing Friday night wind down.
Oh,
Friday
I
night
like
wind
it.
down. So we're doing a little bit of Friday night wind down here. Joe is pounding the wine
Great.
down.
Happy Friday! Happy Friday!
we're
Happy
really
Friday.
gonna miss you, Joe. It's too late. It's too
You
late
know what?
for
I
that.
quit, Emily. I quit. So
Okay, I guess we're not getting the angel music.
that's okay. How do you like the beer, by the way?
It's actually not bad. What is
Pretty
this?
good. Pike Place.
Oh, it's local.
Oh.
That's a new one.
Oh yes.
Joe's going to go ascend.
Emily,
To Portland.
Come.
What?
We're gonna interrupt you real quick.
I have an affirmation for you from the community.
Cool.
Vanderleest has a gift for you. It comes prepared with a note. So read the first part.
That's not a note, that's a novella. That's a full letter.
I don't know what's happening. This is new, so you're on notice.
Keeping it classy, Baron Tor.
Okay, intended to be read on air. I'm writing this assuming you have not opened the package yet, which is true. You have continuously been a motivating factor for warmth, positivity, and creation for you guys. the Thumper community. I feel that there must be a way to think and encourage your evolutionary push on the boundaries of Twitch streaming, but was unable to find a suitable method until you mentioned GDB's art in May. I reached out to Geneva in attempts to design a piece that would encapsulate some of the features we have seen. By this I mean I rambled about nothingness and she turned it into a great scene. If all is going according to plan, Geneva should be in chat as Geneva Bart. Right there. Hi. And Laura QQ should be displaying a digital copy on the screen for chat. I should now open it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it facing that way.
Oh, okay, I'll keep it facing this way. You guys, what did you do?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. So, wow. So you were already seeing this, so I don't have to describe what it is. Look at all of those.
Yep, it's on screen now. Oh, it was on screen. Now it's gone again.
So I will do this again because it's amazing. So
Now it's on screen.
this is a custom piece with me as a mermaid.
That is
and
gorgeous.
An owl in the tree, and it is perfect. And I love all of these other mermaids in the water. They're so different and colorful. I'm gonna get this framed and I'm gonna hang it in my home, and I'm gonna be very, very proud of it. Thank you guys so much. There's more in the letter. Oh God, I don't know if I can handle this. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading the letter. I'm gonna just hang on. Art is meant to be seen by the participant in their own view, but I will mention a few meanings behind the imagery. You had said you wanted to be transformed into a mermaid, and we knew part of your focus in education is helping pass culture to future generations through mythical stories and games. I wanted the piece to show these things by alluding to you explaining the story of your inner owl to a pod of younger mermaids. That's freaking rad. This is getting rather long, and I know that this piece is not what you had in mind in May when you wanted to have Geneva commission a profile for yourself. So as part of the arrangement, she will also be working with you to create a second piece, a profile of your choice. I'll send details to you privately, but as I said on Wednesday, I hope this is one of the small things that can bring an extra smile to you through the pain. Thank you, Hyper RPG and Thumpers, for being a great community. I agree. Thank you, Geneva, for working with me on this, at least temporarily joining us in chat. Hello again, Geneva. I can't believe you're here. And thank you, Strix, for offering us a welcoming place to learn about new games and facts we may have never known. Feelings. Game feels. Thank you guys so much. Thank you,
This is from
Vanderlees. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, chat. And when I say chat, I mean community. You guys are why I show up. I didn't know what I was getting into when I started being a Twitch host, but now I have to say I'm very, very attached to this community. You guys have always been great. You've always shown up and given your most positive selves for 2.5 hours every week, and I super appreciate that. And this is flooring. Like, I can't remember someone doing something this nice for me in recent history. So I am very deeply touched. I can't believe you managed to wring some tears out of me. I'm gonna pay you back for that. Just you wait. But this means so much. So thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna give that to you to
Save this,
just.
You're gonna have to hand it over.
Okay, all right.
I'll take really
Okay,
good care of
all
it.
right. Do that. So.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I just missed all of that going on. Yes, I am uncomfortable with game feels. That's why we have game feels. To challenge ourselves, to be more feeling. Hi Geneva, thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure if you're still around, but that was an amazing moment. Thanks for sharing it with us. I love the piece so much. You have no idea. And I'm running out of things to say, so I'm gonna take another drink and then we're gonna talk some more about the show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a lot of hearts.
That is a lot of hearts.
From a Frithiel.
That is a lot of
A
hearts.
lot of hearts. Those are Thumper hearts, Felicia Day's hearts, Geek and Sundry's heart,
Hello. Friend Computer welcomes to New Thumper.
Angry-ock.
For science.
my Coffee Bean heart,
Uh-huh.
my Pride heart, and Shark.
Hyper Rabbit Power, go! All.
Strix, please can we have an affirmation for Modus, aka the Mod Father? He does so much for the fleet and is one of the coolest people ever. Thank you, Modus less than 3.
Awesome. So first we're gonna affirm Angry-ock for resubbing, and then we're gonna do Modus. Modus? Modus. So thank you for resubbing. Your subscriptions and donations keep this channel going. It keeps us on the air. We like it because it means we can keep doing awesome things.
This one's pretty appropriate, I think.
For Angry-ock?
Oh, I was thinking for Modus. No, you're right. I don't know Angry-ock for it.
Well, maybe Angry-ock should introduce themselves in the chat.
Because clearly they're someone to know.
Clearly. So Angry-ock, thank you for resubbing, and I want to let you know that you are a gifted, achieving leprechaun. A gifted, achieving leprechaun. And then for Modus, the mod of all mods.
The Mod Father.
The
So,
Mod Father.
Modus has done more for my community, I think, than at times I have.
Uh-huh.
He's put in so much energy and time and effort, like keeping things organized on that end of the
That's awesome.
developing side. So we call him the Mod Father.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Friend Computer welcomes a new Thumper. For science.
Oh, my pencil. Ugh. That was Intimix, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I should probably actually push this button thing. Yes, well done, Intimex.
Yay! Thank you. Okay, so Modus, though, you get an affirmation. I hope this makes your weekend Hyper Rabbit Power go!
Please affirm Jen Babbert #game feels #arc #Sado #crub.
Absolutely. I will give an affirmation to Geneva in just a quick second here. So, Modus, are you ready for this? Because you are a victorious, approving musk ox. Ring, 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 ring.
There it is.
There it is.
Just took a minute. They're all very busy around here.
A
Don't worry about that
victorious,
mark. That's just part of the skull
approving
trophy.
musk ox. Thank you, Pac-Man.
PMC Ace Man.
There we go.
Ace Man, thank you
For
for being a
hearting
friend,
us.
computer, and following.
Okay, ooh, this is good. So next up is Intimix. Intimix, right? For
Yes,
resubbing?
Intimix.
You always pronounce their names better than I do.
Apparently I have a talent for it.
Oh, well, there you go. So, Intimix, thanks you for resubbing, and you are a zealous, cunning lemur. And that one actually sounds like it would be fun. A zealous, cunning lemur, so it's a lemur that's like,
Up to all sorts of schemes, but really excited about them. Yeah.
absolutely. Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Yes. It doesn't pronounce them better so much as with more confidence.
Weekly affirmations, please to have wonderful matrix words for our burgeoning community. #game feels.
Excellent. And I just missed, was that a resub?
That was a resub, but it's
Philip
right there.
resubbed.
BWJB.
It's Philip. I learned that it was Philip. It was a joke.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly.
That makes sense with the joke earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Yep.
I get it.
I got it.
It's fine.
So this one is for Geneva. We will actually get around to playing our game today. One of the designers is also in chat. Her name is Hannah. I just haven't had time to say hi to her yet. But Hannah, the designer, is in chat. We will get to what we're playing. It's 14 days. But first,
I'm sorry, Hannah. She's probably wrong.
drink more wine.
Really?
So Geneva, thank you so much again. And so that you feel affirmed, I wanted to let you know that you are a speedy, bolting chocobo. Yeah, it's pretty good. Speedy bolting chocobo. So the chocobo's like, "Barker!" Just right out there.
Sometimes you would think that we set these up,
We don't.
which is really something we should have thought of doing,
Pure magic.
but we didn't. We did not set these up. We shuffled them.
Though obviously, it's not that fat yellow chocobo from E3 because he
No.
can't bolt.
I don't know. He could surprise you with the speed and the bolting.
Maybe. Okay, next one is for the community from
Ifrithiel.
and
And Truvit.
on Hooventruve. Just resub. You know what? I'm saying it with confidence. Hooventruve.
Oh, goodness. I hope Ryan does come by because you two would get along well.
Maybe. Okay, so you guys, that is everybody in chat, all of community who can't make it here today, all of us thumpers here, which I guess includes you and me. We are flamboyant, encouraging kangaroos. Which I think is totally appropriate. Flamboyant, encouraging kangaroos. What sounds do kangaroos make? It'd be like,
They
"Arr!"
don't really.
I think they do. They have vocal cords.
Kicking noises. Because they kick. So that's the only noise they make. They sneak up on you and they go.
That sounds like it hurts.
But I made a noise, so you can't fault me.
Okay, the next one is from Philip for resubbing. Thank you so much, Philip. Peanut butter and jelly, always in my heart, will be peanut butter and jelly. So, Philip, you are a melodic, jumping unicorn. You just make it just awkward enough, Laura. Just awkward enough. I gotta stick it out.
Just enough that we keep thinking she's not in the control room anymore.
A melodic jumping unicorn. So the unicorn is like.
No, I think because it's a unicorn, it's got musical hooves.
Oh, so it's like. Hyper rabbit power, go!
I think Strix deserves an affirmation, also slain hashtag as technology.
That's right. That's technology from my
Hyper rabbit
power, go!
Aw, final joke for me.
I want a final Joe formation from me less than 3.
And we've got a reset.
Yes, we do. I'm running out of room here.
From NTW3 Esquire.
MTW3ESQ.
Esquire.
You're gonna have to tell me what all of that means.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 times over.
Who knows?
Esquire.
Only
So that's
only
the
the
rest of the
Esquire
week.
knows. Only you know, Esquire. Only you can tell us. So this one is for Hooventruve, because that's how I've decided to pronounce it, unless you tell me otherwise. So I hope you shut up. I hope you feel affirmed, because you are a calm, scintillating genie. A calm, scintillating genie. See, Hooventruve is not correcting me. I'm right. You hush and you drink your wine.
So there's somebody like a week or so ago was, I think it was more than that, but somebody was saying that they felt that we had kind of a bit of a rivalry on the channel or something like
is a
that.
rivalry?
And I just laughed. at
Hyper
that.
rabbit power, go!
You and I.
Oh, hearts. There's hearts.
I didn't know this happened.
Strix, let us have a affirmation for your badass self and role model for a lot of women less than 3. Strix fact every time Strix cries an angel gets a pair of badass wings hashtag as technology. Hashtag geek fleet.
I can't believe you guys saw that. I hate you. I mean, I love you. I hate you. Don't make me cry. I mean, but make me cry in good ways. I don't know. Feelings. Anyway, rivalry? What?
Right?
That's crazy. So we go and we have coffees and we shop at thrift stores together on the weekends. Rivalries.
Strix is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite person on the entire network. So
See that?
Yeah, no.
Not rivals.
No.
Okay, the next one, we're gonna try to get caught up here. The next one is from Big E to me, which is awesome. I feel like it'd be weird to sock puppet today, because sometimes that's fun and sometimes I just look like I'm a crazy person. So Anna, would you do the honors?
Wait, we're sock puppeting?
No, we're not sock puppeting.
I'm confused.
So sometimes when I get an affirmation, I give the affirmation to myself as like the talking hand.
Okay, you want me to give you an affirmation?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I
got
don't
it.
look super crazy.
Strix, you are super crazy and it's why I love you. You are an inquisitive, clarifying goose.
An inquisitive, clarifying goose. I like it. It's cute. Okay, the next one is from Deathstrike to Joe. Paging Joe. Joe.
Joseph.
Joe. Joe. Deathstrike has something for you, Joe.
Oh, Deathstrike?
Yeah.
That's her one.
Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
I've been here for a while. Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Yes. Hannah.
Please affirm hand bandit hashtag game feels hashtag important subject matter hash Sador dash crud.
Excellent. Excellent,
All right.
excellent, excellent. So,
I'm ready.
Joe,
Yes.
you are a cooperative, entertaining
Ooh.
Cerberus.
Ooh. Cooperative, entertaining Cerberus. Mm-hmm. Being the mythological expert that you are, what sound does a Cerberus make?
Well, a Cerberus is traditionally a three-headed dog, so it actually makes 3 sounds at once, so we should probably all do it together.
It's true.
Tricked you.
It's a trap!
That's what happens when you try to
Joe
tell the
looks
Strix.
at me and goes, betrayal!
So we should probably bark cooperatively. Ready?
Oh, Jim Sterellin's up in here.
Joe, are you ready for
Yes.
cooperative barking?
And the howl to finish it off, too.
Thank you, Joe. I hope
thank
you
you.
feel affirmed.
I am affirmed.
Yay! It's so sad that it's your last day.
Is this affirmation supposed to make me feel warm and
No,
fuzzy
you know what?
inside?
Like, I am sad that Joe is leaving,
Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
but I'm happy for Joe. I'm happy for Joe. He gets to go be with his family.
Haxamo.
Affirmations for everyone at Hyper RPG. You all make this channel stupendous. P.S. Strix, hope your sciatica is better.
Aw, thank you. Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Affirm to Emily, because our Emily is still the best. Smiley face, hashtag ass technology because I just recently joined.
Yes! Go Team Ass Technology!
And Black Knight SFA, thank you for being a friend computer and following the
and
channel.
following us. Okay, so the next one is for MTW3ESQ, and apparently that was a fake name that this person gave a police officer. I don't know how that worked out. But this is for you. Thank you for the sub. You are a judicious, sparkling fawn. I like that one. Okay, the next one was from Katie Cat, and it was for me again. So, do you want to give it? Another shot?
Give you
Rival.
another-
I can't even say that with a straight face.
Right?
Oh yes. Oh, thank you, Chris Jack.
Chris Jack Online, thank you for being a friend computer and following. Strix, you are a shiny, beaming Shoggoth.
Oh boy.
What's a Shoggoth?
It is a Lovecraftian creature.
Oh, okay.
Very nasty. I mean, great. It's an elder god.
She's trying to intimidate me now with this rivalry.
Yes, rival who I drink with.
Right. Are we making this a drinking game?
No, we're not. Okay, the next one is from 4am Critter, and it is for Hannah, one of the co-designers of today's game, which is 14 Days. Hi, Hannah. I'm so glad that you are joining us in chat today. We've been a little busy with the affirmations. When that settles down a little bit, we're gonna jump right into the game, so no worries. Guys, she's in chat, spending her time here to talk with you, so please ask her questions about the game. Let her know what you think about what's going on with the play throughout the session today, and just be nice and welcoming and your normal selves, and I think she'll really appreciate that. So, Hannah, you are a powerful, equivocating sliff.
Self.
Sylph. Is it Sylph or Sylph?
Self.
It's
What's
Sylph.
the word?
No, it is Sylph. And a Sylph is, a wind creature, which is pretty awesome. So it'd be like
A nature spirit.
yeah. I'm getting there, Emily. She's giving me the
I'm
the
not
impatient
trying to
eyes. Okay.
She's being producer. Let her produce.
It's true. And then the next one was from Paximo, and it was for all of us here at Hyper RPG, which includes the hosts and the crew, who work just as hard, if not harder, than we do. All of our AV staff and everyone here makes all of this possible. We have a 5-camera setup. It's not something you can do on your own, so come here. You're gonna get
Random
affirmed today.
volunteer.
Who is this?
You shall be affirmed.
What is this?
This is Mark. He works here.
Really?
He actually
Well,
does
he's
now.
volunteer.
No, he actually works here
He's-
now.
It's a volunteer.
All right, Mark, you ready for an affirmation?
Ricky's not listening anyway.
All right, it's fine. Then.
Nobody knows how to keep a secret.
There's no secrets here.
That's a secret?
There's no secrets here. All right, Mark, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You are a proud, wandering Tanuki.
Tanuki. No clue what that is.
I will tell you.
Did you never play Mario 3?
Is it like that raccoon?
It's a raccoon dog.
Raccoon dog.
So make the sound that a proud, wandering raccoon dog would make.
proud wandering Tanuki. Nah.
Oh, okay. I won't put
You're
you on the spot.
fired.
You
Now you can
all in
say
one
it.
day.
Only for a very short amount of time, and let's face it, nobody would listen.
Okay, now you're up, Emily.
Oh, it's my
So yes, Varu. I'm not gonna say it right. Varuri. I have problems with
Valkyrie.
vowels. Valerie.
Valerie.
Valerie. It's kind of like Valkyrie. Oh,
That's
hi,
how I
Tub
pronounce
Cutter.
it
Nice
anyway.
to see you.
Hi.
Okay, so this is from. You can be my translator.
Valerie.
Valerie. Valerie.
Valerie. Valerie. I don't know, I'm making it up.
We all make everything up.
Some of these I actually know.
Hyper power, go!
Oh, wow.
Whoa! Oh wow.
One for Joe, and one for each of the hashtag no forgeable white guys around Skeleton Crew at home. I'm thinking Joe should just stay parked out there for affirm. Hi, Anna.
Hello. That was $100 donations, guys. Can we get a little bit of hype for that?
Amazing.
That was amazing. Holy crap.
Thank you, whoever that was.
You a non-person, you. Okay, so Emily, you are so perfect. Bodacious, arresting, mermaid.
Oh, I love it.
Ding,
Can
ding,
I be
ding.
one of the mermaids in your picture?
Absolutely.
Yes. What kind of sound does a bodacious, arresting mermaid go? You're under arrest. Not like that. But
I was
whatever.
thinking hyper rapid power go, but
Go. Choo choo.
I hope you feel affirmed, Emily.
Thank you. I do.
hype.
Okay,
Hype.
was that the last one before Joe?
hype,
Did I
hype.
miss any? Laura, you gotta help me stay honest here.
Hype, hype.
No, I got it. Okay.
Hype.
So
Hype.
look at all that hype.
Would it have
The next one's for Joe and all
okay.
of the
and everybody.
everybody.
Okay, but that's okay.
Joe and
I thought
everybody.
you were saying you were done, and I'm like,
No,
we still
no,
have
we've got
the
Joe's.
the big one that just came in.
Yeah. Mermaid cop. Yeah. That's some fan art I want to see. Aviator sunglasses, cop hat, mermaid.
Frithio might be busy. I may have given him
Oh,
a task.
Joe, would you please join us out on camera here, please? Please. Joe. Have more beer. All right, so this one was from Anonymous. It's for you
Hold on.
and everybody.
Let me get my affirmation here.
And he's
real
gonna
quick.
get his affirmation wine.
Can't you have affirmation beer? Why are you drinking?
You offered.
No. I need help. I brought in like a bottle just shy. Like I drank one glass from this bottle and then I sealed it again.
It's definitely a positive, feel-good show. I feel good and positive right
I'm
now.
so glad you feel good. I'm glad Laura is manning the Death Star right now.
It is.
Okay, so Joe and everybody, we are
Ooh.
helpful, believing manticores.
Manticores.
Angels.
That was fun.
That was fun. I hope you feel affirmed. I feel affirmed.
I sure might be, but it can be arranged. Excellent, Frithio.
All right, thank you, Joe.
guys.
Okay.
I maybe have a Frithio working on a secret side project for me.
That's kind of awesome.
It is.
He's a talented artist.
It is brilliant. It's amazing, and I love it.
Strix facts. Anna and Strix were rivals on an alternate Earth until they combined powers and imploded the universe, and now they shop and drink wine and beer instead.
I think
That's
worked out
fabulous.
pretty well. Yeah.
Cheers. Okay, so if you are just joining us and you have no idea what's going on, neither do we. It's fine. This is Weekly Affirmations, a show about freeform and indie RPGs and very obviously game feels, which we experience authentically in real time.
With a Z.
So, today we have in chat with us Hannah Schaefer. Go ahead and say hi one more time, Hannah, in case anyone is just joining us. She is one of the co-designers of 14 Days, which is the game that we are going to be playing today. And it's a game where you explore what it is like to have limiting factors in your life around chronic pain specifically, and in this case, migraines, though this game can be adapted to fit very many numbers of different kinds of restrictions. So the reason why I wanted to play this game on the show was selfish. I was having a very bad week with sciatica. I have spinal injuries and basically a damaged nerve in my left leg, and I've had it for a very long time. One day I just fell over and I couldn't get back up when I was a teenager, and we went into the doctors and they're like, oh my gosh, so many problems. So I do pain management. I do yoga like almost every day, and I stay off the medications and I do what I can to keep it strengthened, but sometimes it just sucks. Anna also has her own story to tell about chronic pain. I don't know how much you want to share. It's totally up to you.
It's pretty public because because having chronic pain, you work through it.
Yeah.
Like literally, as in go to work when you are suffering in immense amounts of pain. I get migraines. I get very strong sinus migraines that we believe are caused by the cleft palate that I was born with. My sinuses on this side are a little bit smaller than on this side, and so it throws everything off. I get massive, powerful migraines, particularly when the weather changes dramatically. Any huge shift in temperature or going from really sunny to suddenly pouring rain, I'll get a migraine.
Power go! Corbin.
Well, tradition is a fine thing. So let's sacrifice something to Frey as his day is the best. #Sador-Prub.
Yeah. So that was from Corpin. We both love ravens. We get along just fine. Thank you, Corpin, for the donation. I really appreciate it. And, you're gonna love this one, because you are a jolly, prancing antelope. Bring, 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 bring. All right, there we go. So I hope you feel affirmed because you are a jolly, prancing antelope.
So, and the migraines are one of those things where I get them often enough that it's not like I can just take a day off and be like, oh, I'll just get to all that stuff tomorrow. It's no big deal. This only happens once a year. No, it's at least once a month. Often I, depending on the season, particularly back in New England, I would get them once a week, and if they're lasting multiple days,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, and one concern for me has been that they've been consistently getting worse as I've been getting older. So that's worrisome, but you just learn to, generally speaking, push through it and get stuff done anyway. Like, I don't know how many times on my stream I've told my community, oh, sorry if I'm a little out of it today. I have a migraine.
Power up, power go! We're just gonna sit around and get drunk.
Joe looks thirsty. Let's get him another Joe formation.
Joe, could you join us, please? Oh, please. Oh, please.
Just gonna
Paging
leave
Joe.
Just gonna leave
Just
it
leave
here
that.
for
You
him.
should just pour a little less.
Here he comes.
So
there you go, Joe. That one's yours.
Holy shit!
that's from Death Strike. That's not from Death Strike. This is from Death Strike.
That's from me.
That's
Death
from
Strike.
Anna. So, Joe. Yes.
Last time I had a drink with you, we ended up all walking around downtown Seattle catching Pokemon.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then you crossed the street and went almost into the water, and I
I was
was
being a tourist. I wanted to look at the river.
I was concerned. So, Joe, I think you'll appreciate this one because you are an adorable,
Ooh.
yearning minotaur.
Ooh.
Just wait, just wait,
That's fan art I want to see.
just wait. There we go. Ah, that is affirming.
Tasty affirmation.
You're welcome.
What drinking is? Syrah? What is this?
Well, not for long.
Cab.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, did you like your picture's awesome.
It's really cool.
I opened it because I wanted to. Well, I was looking for something else. I wanted to sneak a peek at it too. I was like, this is awesome.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna have to go get it framed, like, professionally.
Thank you, Death Strike. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Joe.
Strix and Anna facts. Strix and Anna went to school together on Gallifrey. Are you a Whovian?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
Doctor
Gallifrey
Who.
is where the time traveling race
Yeah.
that
I'm familiar with Doctor
Doctor Who
Who.
is,
I just never could really get into it. It was too old British white dude for me.
there is a lot of old British white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, it's nice. I like it, but not enough to watch all, however many Hyper Rabbit Power go.
Oh, good.
11 or 12 seasons.
Darn you, 4 AM critter!
Joe, just come back. Just grab a chair.
Joe, bring a
Another
stool.
affirmation, please.
We're gonna need. Don't send more affirmations. Send more wine. We're running out.
Send the wine. We're running out of wine. So, Joe, this one is from 4 AM Critter.
Dude, by the end of the show, I'm gonna love everyone.
Get like a sip.
So, 4 AM Critter wants you to know that you better give me your hand for this one, Joe.
Oh.
You are a tender, trusting koala.
So I became adorable. I became tender. You're ruining my reputation here. Oh my
What
god.
reputation, Joe?
Don't trip on the cords while you stumble out.
Oh, he's gonna get drunk. Okay. So 14 days. Hannah co-wrote this with Evan Roland. Evan is not joining us today, but he is also on Twitter. They're both on Twitter. I'm sure our mods can spam you their ats, so you can say hi to them outside of the show today. I know Hannah wrote this in part because she also suffers from migraines. For me, I get just really, I have low emotional bandwidth, so I will get like cranky or crabby, or I just will not want to talk to people when I'm in especially a large amounts of pain. And it definitely affects my relationships. And it definitely gets worse when I sit down. So I work 8 hours a day at a desk job, and I should probably get the standing desk back. I had one when I broke my tailbone, and then it went away again. But you're sitting there and you're in pain and you're like typing emails and you're like, this is really unimportant and I don't care, jump off a bridge. And you have to be like, sure, I will address that at my soonest possible convenience. Hope you have a good day. And it can be a little tough. Hyper Rabbit Power, go! You guys.
Get Joe back for another affirmation. Hashtag as technology.
This is Hyper
Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
It's 2 more for you.
Yeah. So Joe, you have 2 more affirmations. You should
Joe
really
looks
just...
parched from all this running. Another Joe formation.
Of course, Geek of Oz would donate for me to drink some more. Of course, Geek of Oz.
And Death Strike.
All
That
right.
was Death Strike.
Geek of Oz.
Naughty boys. All right, you ready for this? Okay. So, first, you are a nice, analyzing Ifrit.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good sound.
It's like the end of a movie.
It is the end of the movie, Joe, for you.
Thin.
We're killing Joe?
No, it's just, he's not gonna be a part of our narrative anymore.
Oh, it's so funny. I was telling Zach and Rye, right? I was like, guys, don't tell him to leave and just kill me off, and then I just won't show up from there.
Jesus. Okay, the next one is from Deathstrike, obviously, because
Deathstrike.
Deathstrike is having fun. So, Deathstrike wants you to know that you are an elegant, accepting sea lion. And Joe, I really feel like
hold on.
you should make that sound. Hyper Rabbit Power, go! It's for Zinblade.
Hey Joe, remember that time you slept at the studio? Never again. Hashtag Evo, hashtag we, miss you.
Sorry, Anna. They're going away.
Hang on.
You still have to do the sea lion.
I'm gonna top
Oh, no.
off my glass so that I've got enough
that-
for.
Card down.
I'm gonna ask, since it is my last day,
Yeah.
I can do a sea lion sound, but it won't be nearly as good as I'm sure you can do a sea lion sound. It's probably pretty close to this one sound I heard you make.
Well, we'll only know
One
if you
left.
give it a try.
One left for Joe.
Then we're out of wine.
Thank you, Zen. All right.
With wine time.
Just
for
this
me.
one time, Joe. I haven't asked you for any of the other affirmations.
What does the sea lion make?
Revenge of
They make
Mandy,
barking
the
sounds.
movie.
But
I go like, is that?
a warm, fascinating whoop. That's for Zenblade. I have also been drinking
Hyper
beer.
Rabbit
Hyper Rabbit Power, go! Yes.
I'll do the previous one.
Nope, that's okay. I read it out loud by accident.
Can we get an affirmation, Anna? I know it's not Joe, but I hope it's okay. Hashtag
Yes, it is.
Unite, hashtag Gaming Gabbana.
Okay, before I give affirmations to Zenblade and Anna, though, you have to make a sea lion sound.
Give me a demonstration first.
Really?
I honestly forgot what a sea lion sounds like.
All right, I will do this for you, Joe. Or. There you go.
You can do it, Joe.
Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
I got the fins too, right?
Yeah,
The
they got
fins.
Technically, they're flippers.
Joe formation because he was probably parched when he got sent to Love Island.
Oh,
Hashtag as
Somebody
technology.
get more wine.
Before we can move on, you have to make the sound.
All right. I'm gonna do it just like you did. Or. That's the best I got.
That's like half a sea lion.
Animal
sound.
sounds ain't my thing. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Joe, for putting up with us making these sounds.
Like a freaking.
Oh, awesome! I'm the big O. Just resubbed. Can we get some resub hype?
Oh, thank you, Resub.
Is that class?
I am the big.
Yes, that is right. So, Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
That sea lion got the seal of approval.
Yes, it did. Get it?
Someone get
Seal.
Anna more wine. Hashtag game feels.
We're gonna need more wine. We're definitely gonna need more wine. Yeah. Okay, so this one is for Zenblade, sending Joe off. So Zenblade, you are a radical, cooing Jabberwocky.
Ooh, my favorite dance crew, the Jabberwockies.
Yeah, they're the white mask ones, right?
Cooing.
There's that sound.
Joe Swat sucks so great.
Hyper Rabbit Power, go! Yes.
May we get an affirmation for the Uber driver that'll have to drive everyone home after the show. Hashtag wine browns.
Absolutely.
I think I'm good, right? Can we get on with this?
No, there's another Joe formation coming up. You really should just grab a chair. So Anna, this one's from Genova Plus, and Genova wants you to feel like you are an eager, bellowing chupacabra.
And what does that sound like, Strix?
Oh, I'll do this.
Nobody knows though, right?
Well, yes, we just know that they're goat suckers, really. So, an eager, bellowing chupacabra would be like.
I think I had a professor that used to make that noise.
I have a question. Did you grow up knowing about the legend of the chupacabra?
Absolutely. That and El Cucuy.
All right, I would like to clarify I am not the one who spilled wine on my sheets, on my papers. That was not me. That was Joe. All
Okay.
Joe, right?
Sorry.
All Joe.
Sorry.
Yes, the game is alive. We're gonna try real hard to play today. Okay, so the next one is from Valerie. Valerie. Hyper Power Go! Geek Fleet.
Let's have Anna affirm her geek fleet. Anna, you were worried about getting drunk on stream if you brought wine. Joe has have that hashtag as technology hashtag geek fleet.
Excellent.
Yeah, just get a stool, Joe.
Yeah, just get a stool.
Sit here for a second.
So, Joe, this one is for you from Valerie.
Vari.
Vari. So,
Their name is Varied.
get out. So, Joe,
So Joe's gonna play this game instead of me.
you are a comely, articulating red panda.
Ooh. Thank you, Vari.
A comely, articulating red panda.
All right, get on with the game. I want to see this game.
We're doing it.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Okay, the next one.
We're out of wine. This
We're
one
totally
is mine.
out of wine.
I am not sharing the rest of my wine with Joe. He drank the rest of the bottle.
So, I am the Big O. Thank you for resubbing. We super appreciate it. And you get your own affirmation just for that. So, I am the Big O. You are a joyous, bounding hippogriff. There we go.
She's doing it deliberately now.
I think you are screwing with me, Laura, and I will find a way to get you
It's
back.
hard to do so many times.
I
Some of the things I
know.
want-
It's such a burden. It's really the worst.
I tweeted those sea lion clips.
Oh
says
no!
Edmaker.
Oh no, did you really? I will have to look at them and then probably retweet them. Hyper Power Go!
Emily!
Can we get Emily an affirmation for going to get more wine? Hint hint nudge nudge hashtag neonut hashtag hash browns.
So, Hyper Power Go!
Why is the
I'm not getting more wine. I'm busy. I'm being Zach Ryan and Emily today.
Why is the wine gone? And that sounds about right about me.
Okay, alright. So the next one, we're gonna get caught up, I promise. And it's not really like this always. Sometimes it is. Okay, so Pastor Recoil is up next, and I want you to know that you are a silly, exploding steed. I think it's your turn. What does the silly exploding steed sound like, Anna?
It's like the DeLorean when it hits 88 miles an hour.
What does that sound like?
It just explodes.
That's,
Just like that.
That's
Your
very
noise was
affirming.
actually quite better.
That's very
No,
affirming.
because it's, yeah. No, that's what happens, I'm telling you.
Okay, so the next one is from Snow.
I've seen it.
For the Uber driver who is gonna drive us all home, I am nothing if
We
not
should just set that one aside.
nothing if not committed to doing affirmations that you guys pay for. So, Uber driver who we don't know, but whose karma is reaching into the ether to find us. You are a delicious, calculating pear. There we go.
Pear.
A pear. Okay, the next one is for you to give to your Geek Fleet.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Do. Tre. Oh, it's so great.
You Geek Fleet are lucky, whispering bunnies. You're bunnies, little bunnies. Bunnies go hop, hop, hop. To the farm. Sorry.
Perfect.
Bunny murder farms are kind of a thing.
I've
in
noticed
the
with you.
fleet. No, it's not my fault.
Papaya.
It's not my fault.
Papaya.
Hey, that is different.
No, it is
okay?
not.
That is different. I didn't murder any bunnies. I just conspired to murder bunnies in that game.
was
That
death
is
by
not.
monkey.
That is not my fault. I don't have. That's totally not my emote. Those are not. Those are not bunny slippers made out of the bunnies from Don't Starve Together. I don't know.
Rapid power go! Where's my pencil? Oh gosh. What is happening on my channel?
Affirm the Three Stooges because no one ever remembers them.
Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Hashtag technology, hashtag team distraction.
A Tipsy Ed is saying, hey, Mr. Uberman, you're a super duper pair, you know that?
Okay, I'm really trying to get caught up. The next one is from Genova Plus, and it's for Emily. So Emily, if you want to come back, if you're not buying wine or working, I threw my pencil. I've only had like half a beer. We're gonna need that. Emily, are you coming?
Where did the pencil go?
I don't know.
Oh, it's over there.
It's over there.
I got it.
We're gonna run out of cards, guys.
We are gonna run out of cards. It's a good problem now.
Emily, are you coming? Emily? I'll take that one. We can put it back on the pile. I didn't use it. It just fell. Excellent! Patramix just resubbed. Okay, you have to pretend to be Emily, though.
There's no more wine, Joe. You drank it all. Except for my one glass.
So this is from Genova Plus for Emily, so you have to be Emily right now.
Hey,
That's
schedule this.
interesting.
I tweet.
Schedule this. No, wait.
Hey guys, we're in
Oh,
weekly
dear.
affirmations. Hey,
That's your best Emily?
Emily's just always happy and talking about social media stuff.
That's true.
That's Emily.
She is always happy. All right.
I'm not
so,
like Rai happy, but just
No jigs. No jigs.
Get 'em in half.
All right, so Emily, you are a gentle, cajoling chipmunk. Perfect. Thank you.
Look at me. Thanks guys. Thanks.
All right.
Schedule those tweets.
All right, I am the Big O. You are up next. Thank you so much for donating. You get another affirmation. Hyper Rapid Power Go! You guys are really doing this to me.
Emily, time to bring out Mitch Bottle. One affirmation for Mitch Carrot.
Hyper Rapid Power Go!
Hooray, Wind Down Fridays.
Maybe we should just do this every Friday. Let's make it a thing. All right, so the next
I'm
one.
not gonna argue with that. We can change weekly
I
affirmations.
know we need to play the game.
Into Wind Down.
Okay.
Where we just talk about games and drinks.
So we'll do these last ones that have come through right now. Any ones that you do from this point onward, we're gonna read off at the end of the show. Simply because we have to play at some point. It is almost 4 o'clock, you guys. We've been doing this for an hour, which is great. I love it, but we have to have content. So, I am the Big O. You are a determined, vindicating kitsune. A determined, vindicating kitsune.
The poor livers.
Yes. What liver? Okay, and then you're just having a good time with me, Varuvi. Three Stooges, Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'm gonna say we're the Three Stooges today. You, me, and Joe. So this one's for us, because I say so. So we are fancy, bemusing foxes. Girlfriend, I'm a fox. You're a fox. Joe's a fox. We're all foxes. Okay. The next one is from EL to Mitch. So Mitch is at Gen Con right now. You guys know his Twitter hashtag. Be sure to send him this so he sees it, because he's on the expo floor all day, which is like a meat grinder. So I'm sure he could use the affirmation. Of course it would be this one. So Mitch, you are a rambunctious, speculating Sleipnir. Which is, you know, the eight-legged horse of Nordic mythology. Loki may or may not have hooked up with the horse. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, next up is Ace V. This one is for you directly, and then we have one more, and then we can try to play the game. Oh yes, so Ace V, you are a radioactive, appreciating Sphinx. That's a pretty good one. That is pretty good. Okay, and then finally, Patramix was a resub. Is it Patramix?
When I asked, he said, just call me Pat.
Okay, Pat, I can do that.
that was almost 2 years ago.
Oh, so you know each other.
He's a fleet.
Excellent. All the fleet is rolling out today. All right, Pat, so this one is for you, and you are a wily, a plotting python. Hyper Rabbit Power, go! We're saving that one for later.
We really should get an affirmation for Hey Laura QQ. You
And
can
we will.
do it QQ, hashtag Nene, hashtag last one I swear Browns.
Excellent. So we were gonna save the rest of the affirmations for the rest of the show.
We're switching off sounds.
We're switching off the
Just at
sounds.
this time until you request.
Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Oh come on, I'm a freaking fox man. WTF.
Guys, we've been cut off.
So no more after
We've
this.
been cut off.
I have this written down. I am the Big O, Engine Nova Plus. I will get Laura. I will get you. At the end of the show, we gotta play some games. So that was awesome. I'm gonna set these aside for just right now. And we're gonna play 14 Days, which is a game about dealing with chronic pain, written by Hannah Schaefer and Evan Rowland. And I'm just gonna set these over here. 1 second. Oof, oof, oof. I'm gonna get these disposed ones off here. Ooh. So 14 Days is a free-form game, which means it is mechanics light. It is a particular style that we like to feature here on the show because it's very flexible, easy to pick up and play, and is playable in usually a very short amount of time. You can get 14 Days for yourself on PDF. There was a Kickstarter for it, and it has its own website, which the mods will plug for us. And there we go. Okay. We're set. So what you need to play this game is the printout, which you can get via PDF. Yes, via PDF, and you will need 21 tokens for each person, plus a 6-sided die. We just use a little 6-sided die for the tokens, and we have a big one for the actual rolling, which we will need to do. We are also playing with the X card, which I am actually not going to explain today because I've done it so many times and we are very, very short on time. But you can look it up if you Google John Stravopoulos and X card, it will tell you all about it. Are you comfortable playing with the X card, Anna?
Sure.
Okay. Just always gotta check. Okay, so 14 Days, when you print it out in black and white, looks like this, but it's actually got some color in it. It's got some red. It's got some blues.
Mine has some red in it. Thanks, Joe.
Just wine. It's just wine.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so I need to set this aside for right now. So 14 Days, a game about life with migraines. So 14 Days, what you need to know about it is specifically a 2-player game. It is supposed to be played over the course of 45 to 60 minutes. And then part of the game is the debrief. It's built in, where you talk about the experience you had after the epilogue. And you will play 2 weeks in the life of a person with migraines. So we're actually both playing
the same
separate
person.
people.
Oh, no, separate people?
Mhm,
Okay,
but we're
I
both
wasn't sure.
dealing with the same thing. And we help each other narrate basically what is happening. So you'll schedule your life around 1 day at a time, which we're familiar with. And we'll be juggling work, relationships, and hobbies around the reality of having unpredictable pain. When the game finishes, we'll narrate the epilogue, and we'll talk about what happened. This is a game that emphasizes storytelling, so there's not really a win condition where you're trying to beat someone else. You're simply playing to explore and experience, which is why we love.
See, no rivalry. It's fine.
No
It's
rivalry.
fine.
Just gonna. Yeah, we're fine. We're friends. 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 So most characters will end up in trouble in a few areas of their lives. That's the whole point, is that you actually can't keep up. And so we're gonna be experiencing that stress. If the stress gets weird or we don't like it or it's too much, we can X-card that stuff. That's what it's for. Games are supposed to be fun, and when I talked to Hannah about whether or not this game was actually fun, because it's about experiencing chronic pain, she was like, yeah, there's lots of people who have played it and thought it was fun. So I trust Hannah's opinion on this, definitely. Anna's maybe a little more skeptical.
Just the way you said that, like, sure, plenty of people have said that that's fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Okay, so we each have on our desks a calendar sheet. Maybe you can show them your wine besotted sheet. So we'll keep both of our calendars separately. And we will need questions and side effects, which are a list that we printed out as part of the PDF. And we're gonna have those right here. There's also some quick reference rules, which is super awesome. I'm gonna set these to the side for pulling up later. So the setup of the game is that each player chooses a character card, and we have those in here. If you have trouble deciding, shuffle the character cards into a deck and choose at random. We'll be playing out 2 weeks, and we'll have to do it each day at a time. One of the domains that we have, such as relationships, work, chores, is gonna be depleted, meaning we're gonna start out with something sort of already behind. And we're gonna try to work around that depletion, or maybe get more depleted depending on how we roll dice. Not gonna look at that as we go through the game. So at this point, it's time to write some information on your calendar. So let me do this. I'm gonna pull this out. I thought there were no more sounds.
Jobbers! Thank you for resubscribing. We can still say thank you.
You can still say thank you for resubscribing.
I might have skipped ahead a little.
What'd you
I'm
do?
seeing this part about drugs.
Yep.
About medication for migraines.
Yeah.
And this is like a very real thing because you can only have so much of it over the course of the 2 weeks or your prescription runs out. And for me, like the medicine that I take for my migraines, I am not allowed to have it too often because it will make things worse.
Oh.
If I have it too much, if I don't regulate how much of it I consume, it will make my migraines worse in general.
That's not good.
And yeah, so yeah.
All right. That's a very real part of the design then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
So let me find the character cards. Hannah, where are the character cards? This is also why I like to have the designers around, because I can just be like, I don't know, you tell them. Where are they at?
I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
I don't either. And I reviewed this game. Where's it at? I'm just looking for the character cards. Actually, that's a great question. Hannah, where in the PDF are the character cards located?
Are we sure that we have them?
They should be here.
Because I don't see them.
They are, there they are. They're right here. See, we do have them.
They were stuck to another page.
Yes, they were. Okay, so there's basically a bunch of different characters that we can play, which actually calms me down a little bit because it's alibi, meaning we don't actually have to play ourselves if we don't want to. Because I think in this instance it would make me a little uncomfortable if I had to really like embrace what is really real. So these are our character cards. You can pick whichever one you want. There's a whole bunch of them, but basically they have different attributes for their different level of things that they can sort of have the spoons to go and do in a certain week. So I'm just gonna pick one at random after you pick one.
Not to derail things, have you explained spoons?
I haven't explained spoons. Would you like to explain spoons?
I think you should explain spoons.
Sure.
Because I've never done it well.
Okay. So spoons is like a colloquialism. It's a shorthand in very many communities of people that talk about disabilities and talk about mental health and talk about physical chronic issues. And basically it's a theory of spoons, meaning you're given a certain amount of spoons and you have to spend spoons to do things like go to work or manage your relationships or do whatever it is you need to do. And when you are out of spoons, you're out. You don't have any more spoons to give away. And that's when you either have to fall back to self-care or really jack things up in your life. And so I think spoon theory came about because we needed an easy shorthand to talk about these things without getting into like complex socio-psychological issues. But basically is you have a certain set of spoons in a given week, and if you spend them all, you're out. Did I do a good job?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so why don't you take a look at these character cards?
And the only thing I would add is a lot of things use spoons that most people that don't have any sort of chronic issues don't realize.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of simple basic things that take spoons. Like
taking a shower.
everything takes a spoon.
Eating takes spoons for me.
Everything takes spoons. So, and I feel that that's kind of the important part. The way the original story was told, that as I know it, was using it as a tool to show that more things than you think take spoons.
So Genova Plus had a question, not trying to be brat, but why spoons? And Intmix actually just already posted the original Spoons Theory post. Go and read that. Spoons were just what was lying around, essentially.
They were what was there. Yeah.
Yep. So who looks interesting to
So
you?
there are like 12 people.
Yeah, just pick one.
There are, Julie's from Boston.
Why don't you pick Julie?
Oh, I think I knew Julie.
Oh no!
I think I went to school with Julie. Aww. So Julie is 23 from Boston, Massachusetts. Julie is an intern at the Franklin Park Zoo. She recently moved to Boston with her friend and roommate, Jessica. She has a long-distance relationship with her partner in the military. She is an amateur filmmaker. She makes movies at the zoo and edits them at home. She struggles with cooking and getting sleep. She's got a bunch of stats.
Yep.
And then starting depletion is hobbies. Julie's video camera was broken by a curious lemur.
Huh, lemurs. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear out Julie here, and I'm gonna give her to you.
Okay.
And you're just gonna have her on hand by your calendar.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally we would use scissors, but I'm a barbarian.
Rawr.
Yarr.
Strix would like to rage.
Yarr. Strix rage. You actually don't want to see that. Okay, there's Julie. And then who am I gonna pick? I want someone with a high work because that is me in real life. Yes, okay. Ash. Age 30, originally from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Ash lives alone in a small single-room apartment. They work 2 part-time jobs. One is a store security guard and one is a delivery driver for an auto company. Ash games online regularly with longtime WoW guilds. Yes. Hosts a D&D game once a week with friends and has recently started a relationship. Self 2, work 6, chores, blah blah blah. Starting depletion, friends. With so much time going to a new relationship, Ash's WoW guild is feeling let down. Wow, that's creepily close to real life. I used to, raid for 5-6 days a week in university back in the day. That time is over though. Okay, so I've got Ash and you are Julie. Great, so we can set those aside. And back to our instructions. So I saw a question earlier about whether or not this could be applied to mental illnesses as well. You should probably ask that of Hannah because she designed it, but my opinion is that probably yes with some caveats. It's broad enough that I could see this working for that as well. And I'm an angry goo? Mr. Andy Pants? Thanks. Thank you. Okay, when you feel you have a good sense of your card, which we now have, introduce your character to the other player, talk about who your character is and what they care about. Use the card as a guide, but feel free to embellish your character's story. And you can speak in third person or first person. It's your preference.
I think you should go first.
I should go
Show
first.
me how it's done.
So,
because I have no idea.
My name is Ash, and I came from a not well-off family, but I have really great ambitions. I'm gonna go to university, I'm gonna get a degree, and I'm going to work in computer science. And so right now I'm working 2 jobs, and I show up pretty consistently with that. It's very important to me. But I need to blow off steam too, because working a lot, makes you kind of uptight. So I play WoW. I'm a warlock, Destro. Definitely love Seeds of Corruption. It's my favorite. And my pets. I know pets aren't as powerful in like DPS, but they're just more fun. So I play WoW with the Iron Knights. My guild leader is Darius. And I'm gonna write that down because it's actually important. Darius is my guild leader. And I am the Warlock class leader. So that's a big responsibility. We raid like 6 days a week. And we're making really great progress right now. So it's important. That probably didn't make a lot of sense to you, but that's okay. So that's me. I'm Ash.
I'm Julie. I went to community college where they had a travel and tourism major. I don't actually want to work with animals necessarily or at a zoo. I want to have a travel show, which is why I'm an amateur filmmaker. And why it's really frustrating that that darn lemur broke my camera. I didn't even get it, like the video retrieved, so I don't even get to like put that up on YouTube and have it go viral. No, nothing, just a broken camera. And of course, I wasn't technically supposed to have it at the zoo, so they aren't gonna cover it or whatever. It's fine. I don't really want to be interning there, but we're required to intern for it. Wizworm, thank you for being a friend, computer, and following.
Yes.
I don't really want to be interning there, but the program requires that we have an internship, and so I'm making the best of it and trying to push forward, and I was trying to use it to practice the videos until that camera broke.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, also I should mention I have a boyfriend. He's super hot, but he doesn't play WoW, so I'm trying to get him to play WoW. How hard should it be to convince dudes to play WoW? It's so hard, apparently.
I don't know. I don't really talk about my partner. They're in the military.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's complicated.
It is complicated.
That's complicated.
It is very complicated.
Well, thank you for sharing. All right, so we introduced ourselves, and then now we are going to fill out our calendars. So, go ahead and get your calendar set up.
Okay, how do I set up my calendar?
Yeah, so, you know these attributes? Self, work, chores, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna fill out those numbers on the left-hand side here. 2, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna fill out the days that you work by filling in these corners right here.
Okay.
And it should be listed on your card here.
Okay.
Yep. So I work
Those are
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Ooh, that's a brutal schedule.
I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. And which domain is depleted? Write 1 in the depletion column of your depleted domain. So depletions are on the right-hand side, and it should say what's depleted. For me, it's friends. So I'm gonna write a 1 in friends over here.
For me, it's hobbies, and so I write a 1 there?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we have our depletions. And now we're going to play week 1. So, we are going to begin the week on Monday. We're going to choose a player to take the first turn. At the beginning of your turn, the other player will ask you, what do you hope to accomplish today? Place 3 of your task tokens on your calendar to mark the 3 domains you hope to complete a task in. You can't go to work on non-work days, so plan accordingly. Once you've made your choices, or while making them, tell the other player what you're planning. So basically, you're going to pick your domains, and you're going to put a token on 3 of them that you want to address. But you only need to address work on work days.
Okay.
I have a donut. So do you want to go first, and I can walk you through it?
Okay.
Okay. So, what is important to you? What do you really need to get done?
because you had the donut that you wanted me to. Alright. What do I want to get done? So hobbies is depleted, so I'm assuming I should work on that.
Well, you might want to, except for you have a pretty high work and self that you need to match to in order to not get depleted.
Well, I can't go to work on a non-work day,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've got 3.
Uh-huh.
So that's doing at least 1 self.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do more than 1?
On the same day?
Yeah.
I think you can only if... Where's that quick guide? Because I know you can only double up when you are already depleted. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yep. We're just gonna say yes to that.
So
you've got 2 more. Where do you want to put them?
Hobbies and love.
Ooh boy, I live. Okay, so you've placed your 3 task tokens, and you can't work on a non-work day, so you're fine. And then you are telling me what you are planning to do for these 3 things, like in real life.
Okay. I am going to sleep in and cook food, and for one of and we're doing basically a video conference date where we eat at the same time, even though we only get a few minutes to talk because they're overseas. So I'm cooking, which is self-care, and merging that with a quick like Skype date, basically.
Got it.
And then working on some video editing.
Excellent.
Working on my YouTube channel.
Working on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you hope to accomplish today.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do.
So
That's
this is
the
when
plan.
the other player rolls the dice.
The other player, you are my doom, my nemesis.
So when you're the other player, you roll the dice for the person whose
Social
turn it
eating
is.
day, yeah.
A 1 through 3 is a no migraine day. A 4 is a migraine day, and 1 task will be impaired by your migraine. A 5 is a severe migraine day, and 2 tasks will be impaired by your migraine. A 6 is a debilitating migraine. All 3 tasks will be impaired by your migraine. On a non-migraine day, you accomplish whatever it is you want to do and you move on. On migraine days, I describe which task in your day the migraine has impaired. 4. So, you have to pick a task that you're just not going to really get done today.
There goes the hobby.
Okay.
Because you gotta do the date. You only get to do that once a week. You gotta do the date.
So, a migraine hits you as you are sitting down to edit these YouTube videos, and you've already had a pretty long day, and you were feeling pretty good. Like, you made your dinner, and you did your thing with your partner, and that was okay. And now you feel just this. Why don't you describe what the pain feels like for me?
It's a building pressure, and chances are I felt it coming on earlier as I was doing these other things, but I didn't want to take any medicine because I just hope that it'll go away. And it's this building pressure here that just gradually gets worse and worse and worse until it's an excruciating pain. And you just kind of want to wear an eye patch and walk around like this with like a cold press right here.
So you look at the screen and it's swimming. And you're like, oh God, this again. And you try to focus and it hurts too much to focus on a screen.
You just can't think. For me at least, some people can't look at the screens. For me it comes into I just can't think clearly. And if you can't think clearly, you just can't get anything done. If you can't, like, you're constantly making mistakes that you know you'll have to do over again. So you just give up and go and do something unproductive.
So you give up, you walk away from your computer, but in the back of your head, you know that your channel subscribers are waiting for your next video, and you start to feel anxiety about what they're gonna do when it's not delivered today, because you had tweeted earlier that you were gonna release this video.
Yep.
Now it's not coming out. So this might, hurt your popularity, people might unsubscribe, who knows? But it's not getting done today. That sucks. This is a fun game. So once you made your decision, narrate what you were able to accomplish that day. Then the other player will ask you one question from the questions list, which I have right here. If you need help answering a question about drugs, consult the side effects list. Sounds like you've got that covered. Okay, so
What are the drugs like? I don't know.
So, what exacerbated your migraine today?
Could have been anything. Could have been
What do you think it
the
was?
weather. It could have been that I had wine the night before, so I was slightly dehydrated. Could have been anything. For me personally, I know that there are no food-based triggers. Except as regards hydration. Sometimes if I get too dehydrated, I'll get a migraine the next day because everything just plugs up more. But chances are, most likely, it was just some fluctuation in air pressure.
Got it. That sucks.
I, in particular, which is rough since I want to be a travel show hostess, I often get them when the day after I've flown on a long flight because airplanes are so dry. It just totally dries me out, and so I usually end up with migraine plus the pressure differentials. So, yeah. So that first day when I get to a location is usually a wash.
Do you usually have to go early then and plan for that day of being non-productive?
Or you just push through it and do it anyway. If you've planned ahead enough, you can sometimes anticipate that you're going to have that migraine, but I'm not necessarily great at that. So
Yeah, makes sense.
or that YouTube video would have gotten done.
It would have gotten done. Would have gotten done. So when you finish your turn, you're going to leave those dice on there until the end of the week when we do up our tally. But you did remove the one that we needed. So that's good. So now is a good time to talk about drugs. Woo! So drugs. If your character has a migraine day, that is, if another player rolled a 4 or greater, so like we just did, you can choose to minimize the pain by taking a board of drugs. Each character has 6 doses of drugs they can use over the 2 weeks. And that's this little column right here on the right-hand side. So you mark one of those out. And after you use your 6, you're out. You don't get it anymore. Taking a single dose of drugs prevents 1 task token of your choice from being removed. And taking 2 drugs, a double dose, prevents 2 task tokens from being removed. You can never take 3 drugs, because that would probably kill you, during a single day. For each drug you take, make sure to mark a pill symbol on the top right-hand corner, which are on our sheets, of your calendar. If you take a double dose, your next day will be a rebound day, which means to show this, mark +1 on the circle at the top of your calendar for the next day. So you see those +1s? That's a rebound day. On a rebound day, add +1 to the migraine roll, which means that you can trigger another migraine. There's also emergency days. While it's not common, your character may have an emergency day. This happens on a roll of 6 during a rebound day. So only if you're rebounding. If you happen to roll a 6, you're kind of hosed. Giving a result of 7. So this migraine requires emergency medical care, and it is resistant to a board of drugs. So you cannot take drugs on an emergency day. There are special questions for an emergency day, and we'll leave off those in case they don't happen. But don't have an emergency day, it's bad. Have you ever had that kind of day?
No.
That's good.
My migraines have never gotten so bad that I could medicate them substantially. I'm at the point now where I've had to like quadruple what my medication dose was 2 years ago, I would say. But I am still at about a quarter to a half, depending on how bad the migraine is, of the maximum daily. So I'm still doing okay. But for me personally, again, the medicine that I have to take is name brand.
That's bad.
I cannot take generic.
Oh, really?
So they're about $5 a pill.
Jeez.
So I need to, particularly like when I was a student, that was really rough. It's a bit better now, but it you know, when it's $5 a pill and you've got a migraine that's going to take at least 2 of them, it's like, hey, you know, I can take care of this migraine, or I could go out to eat a nice dinner by a student's budget. Like it really is like, it's hard to impress like how $10 can make a huge difference on a budget. Like,
and that adds up over time.
Yep.
It adds up a lot.
Yep. So, but if I take generics, then I end up with nausea so bad. There's one, and here's the kicker with this, there's one particular generic that makes me so nauseous that I might as well have the migraine.
Oof.
One particular type. All the others are fine. So I have to get name brand because I never know when they're gonna give me that one. Because with generics, the pharmacy can't like be like, oh, we just won't give you that one, we'll give you this other one instead. No, it's generics, it's what they have. It's what they could get at a good price. So, yeah.
That is difficult.
Yeah.
I don't take medications for my chronic pain because all they would be able to give me are opioids. And bye Vanderleest.
Oh, bye Vanderleest.
No, I will not forget to send out tweets. Don't worry. Because
I think he's telling them.
oh yes, game feels.
For you to see later.
Yes, for me
us
to see later. Hashtag game feels. So I can't take opioids because they make me feel awful. Like most people on morphine are like, this is great. Me on morphine, I like want to pull off my skin and scream and die. It is awful. Plus, you can't take them over long periods of time anyway because it totally wrecks your life.
Yeah.
So I just don't.
Yep.
I just don't. That is really what happens. Every once in a while, like every 2 or 3 months, it will just get so bad that I will take like one pill and be done for a day or two because I just can't reset it otherwise. But it's not actually an option to manage my chronic pain through medication. It just doesn't work. Yoga. Okay, so that's fun. Okay, so now I think it is my turn. And I have to decide what I am gonna do on my Monday. So I work a lot, but I don't work today. And I am starting with a depletion in friends because I've been hanging out with my new boyfriend whose name is Josh. Josh is really cool, but he doesn't play WoW, so I can't hang out with my guild. But like he's a real person and like they're guildies and I love them, but like I can't touch them all the time, so I'm hanging out with Josh. We're macking out. So I am going to put one on love. I'm gonna put one on chores and one on self because that sounds like fun.
Rough Dreamer, thank you for resubscribing.
Yay, Rough Dreamer. Laura, I hope you're keeping that list written down for affirmations at the end of the show so that we can do them all together at once. Okay, roll the dice.
2.
Yes! Okay, so that means I get away scot-free today. And so what I end up doing is, yay, Bimbles, thank you for following. I'm gonna have a great day, and I'm going to pack a picnic for me and Josh, and I'm gonna go to Walmart, and I'm gonna buy those cheap, like, $1.99, like, Disney kites. Wow!
Loper Panda,
thank you for following us. Oh, was that a resub?
Yeah, that was a resub.
That was a resub. Yes, hype. So we do a picnic, and
Stuff going to get real.
yes, it is. We get real on this show. And I pack kites, and we fly the little tiny plastic kites on the hill, and it's great, and we just have a wonderful time.
Yeah, do tell me how great your migraine-free life is.
It's coming. So then I go home, and I make sure to eat well, because that's one of the things that I have challenges with when taking care of myself. I get lots of fats and lots of carbs and all of the good tasty stuff. And then I clean up my apartment a little because, you know, I live alone, but Josh is now coming over sometimes. So I make sure everything is clean. I scrub out the tub. That's really ambitious of me because who cleans out their tub on a regular basis? And I am feeling pretty good about my day. So,
good job.
There we go.
Well done. So now we're on to Tuesday?
We're on to Tuesday for you.
Okay. So I'm assuming the 5 means that I need to get at least 5 days to not have it.
You need at least 5 tokens to not suffer repercussions.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to attempt to do. I don't have to work today, which is great. Mondays and Tuesdays off. I have to get that video out.
Yes, you
have
do.
to get that video out. That just has to happen today. And I've got to get some chores done, and I want to sleep in because hopefully that'll just finish off that migraine.
All right, let's see if you can shake this today.
Probably not. It's going downhill.
Oh man, I just rolled a 6.
So that's all of them gone. I can't do any of that unless I medicate. I'm definitely going to medicate. I have to get that video done.
Okay, so
I still lose 2. Right?
yeah.
But I use a medication.
Okay,
But
so
I'm able to get that.
you use
I'm
a
able to get
medication.
that one thing done.
So go ahead and
Yep.
mark that. So describe to me then what you do get done, and I will describe to you the 2 things you didn't get done.
What happens is I get up, I realize that the migraine has gotten exponentially worse. I acknowledge I have to get that video done.
Mm-hmm.
I probably eat the bare minimum for breakfast. I don't get dressed. I probably, maybe brush my hair and put it in a scrunchie. Don't even bother with a hair elastic. I sit at my computer and I spend the entire day getting that video done. And it would normally probably have only taken me a couple hours at most. It takes me the entire day because my migraine is that bad and I have to keep taking breaks and just sitting there and doing this and doing this.
What does your body feel
doing
like
this.
right now?
I feel awful. All I want to do is go and lie down in a dark room. It's not light sensitive, but just the comfort of being in comfortable bed, in comfortable clothes, in the dark, hugging my teddy bear, and doing nothing else. That is all I want to do, but I have to get this video done. I have to get this video done. And so that is my world for that day. Everything else is a fog. Everything else is a haze. But
Got
that
it.
video gets done.
What were
and
the
it's
other 2
probably
things
not
that you...
all that great.
Yeah, what were the other 2 things you tried to do?
I wanted to sleep in and maybe do something a little nicer for breakfast. I wanted to pick up the mess, do dishes from cooking dinner day before.
Got it. So what
stuff like
happens
that,
is
maintenance stuff.
the migraine wakes you up very, very early in the morning,
Yep.
and you can't sleep.
Yep.
And you lay there in bed and you're like, please, I just need 1 or 2 hours of sleep, please. But it's not happening. You are gonna be awake. So you slog out of bed.
Chances are, before I even actually slog out of bed, I've realized that the migraine pain has woken me up. It's woken me up early. I probably wake up enough. I usually keep water next to the bed and the pills in my bedside table so that I can wake up enough to take one. And I try and go back to sleep, and I fail.
Doesn't work.
It does not work.
So you crawl out of bed and you go, and as you're walking towards your computer, you walk past all the dishes in the sink and you just look at them. You just stand there for a moment and you look at them. And you go, nope. And you go and you sit down at your computer. So now there is a pile of sticky dishes in your sink. There's nothing clean in your cupboard. Shrikya! Thank you for friending us. It's been there now for long enough by the time you're starting to finish editing your video that like the curry from the other night is starting to gestate and it's coming up from the sink. So you have no clean dishes, so even if you wanted to eat, you'd have to clean something.
Boston, I've probably never had curry.
It's curry! I'm making this up! And you just don't want to deal with it. You just really don't want to deal with it. In fact, you would probably just eat something right out of the box instead. You just reach your hand in there and you would eat it like this. Because you don't want to deal with the dishes.
No, there's no cooking. There's maybe for me personally, I always cook myself breakfast, and it's on a good day. I was talking about this earlier today. I make eggs sunny side up with sautéed onions on top of a slice of sourdough with a nice French gray sea salt sprinkled across the top, and it is amazing. Normally, though, most days, and on a migraine day in particular, I'm lucky if I get the scrambled eggs done and a glass of orange juice. But that's the only food that would get cooked. I'd be eating plain bread before I'd be cooking anything on a migraine day that bad.
Hello. Friend Computer welcomes a new thumb.
That is a new subscriber.
New
Thank
sub.
you very, very much for that.
It's Mind Slave Death. What an awesome name. If we could get some sub hype, there it is. Thank you for joining our awesome community. We're so glad to have you. introduce yourself around in chat.
We swear most of our shows are much more lighthearted.
Game feels. Yeah. Okay. So that kind of sucks. You're kind of in the hole for this week so far.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Seems pretty normal to me.
So I think it's my turn. I have work today, and today I'm going into my job at the department store as a security guard. I have to deal with punks and whatever, but usually it's pretty quiet. So it's money as I save up to go back to university. And God, you know what? I better check in with my friends in WoW. It's been like 24 hours since I've logged in. They probably think that I am dead. So I'm gonna say friends. And I also need to like get some stuff done. Like I need to go collect some mats for the guild house. Sorry, not the guild house, the auction house.
Yep.
Because if I don't do that, then my responsibilities to my guild are, not being fulfilled. And we definitely need a lot more mats for alchemy specifically. So I'm gonna go work on my hobby.
Not actually new. It lapsed for a month. Well, welcome back. Still very cool. We appreciate it.
It is nice to have you back, Mind Slave Death. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I hope to do today. Tell me, oh Lords of Fate, what happens? 5. Okay, so, So on a 5, I have a severe migraine and 2 tasks are impaired. I have to work. Working is very, very important. So I'm gonna say that I just ditch out of WoW, even though I wasn't going to. My hobby and my friends are what get hit. So I will explain how work goes, and then you can explain how these things don't go. So I'm the security guard at this stupid department store with all these rich people buying things they don't need, and I'm just so freaking agitated because there's this woman who's wearing like $300 Burberry shoes, and she tries to freaking shoplift right in front of me, and I just am not having it. And I'm like, Miss, you need to put that back. And she goes, oh, goodness, how dare you accuse me? Thank God that we have CCTV, because otherwise she tried to get me fired. I am so pissed off right now.
So gosh darn over it.
I'm over it. So what happens with my friends and my mat collecting?
So, there's a couple of your guild mates that are concerned. A couple of them send you text messages because you're that kind of guildy where you've exchanged numbers. You don't talk on the phone, but you text a little bit back and forth to organize and stuff like that. And a couple of them are like, "What's up? Where the heck?" And one in particular is maybe starting to stir up some trouble for you. It's a guy that, maybe flirted with you a couple of times and is a little annoyed that you've suddenly got a boyfriend, but you being you don't necessarily pick up on this until somebody in your guild tells you flat out.
Not
you
guild
realize
drama.
he's talking crap about you and ditching us for this new guy who doesn't even game. So that's what you're going to have to deal with as soon as you are well enough. But you pretty much just ignore all of them except your favorite person that texted you to be like, just got a migraine, trying to bust through work. We'll be back soon. So very sorry.
Great. That's great.
Isn't
That's
it?
great. I hate guild drama. So, RL story time, real quick here. I was in a WoW guild that was very serious. And back in the day, we had people playing in California and Oklahoma specifically. Those were like our 2 big nodes for whatever reason. And there was a woman in Oklahoma who was married to another dude who was in our guild. So they're both in the guild. And there was another guild guy in California. And the married woman got together with the guy in California and then left her husband, and it split our guild like in half. Like total freaking guild drama eruption. It was super serious, and they got married. And it was crazy. And then they invited us to the wedding, and we're like, do we go? Do we go? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Did you go in character?
No, it was like a real life wedding.
I know.
But we totally had it in-game weddings.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a given. It's a given.
Guild drama is very serious. Very serious.
I have seen the guild.
Oh, Felicia Day's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fairly accurate, actually.
That is the only reason I know who Felicia Day is.
Okay, so now you get to ask me questions about
Okay.
the things that I didn't do. or things related to the stuff that we picked today, which was hobby and friends.
So stuff that I didn't already address.
So I get to answer some stuff.
What change have you decided to make as a result of Wait, no, that's an emergency day.
Yeah, that's an emergency day.
Curses. Foiled. What did you forget today? Like, completely forget.
What did I forget? I forgot that it was one of my best friend in the guild's birthday. It was her birthday. Her name was Princess Fire 44, and we have been guildmates for 2.5 years. And I was with her through a breakup.
Friend computer welcomes a new number.
Yeah,
Wizworm. Wizworm followed earlier today, so that is a new one, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate it.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
And everyone, don't forget, there's that neat little share button down below somewhere around here. You should press that more. You should press that more.
Definitely more.
Yeah.
So Princess Flame,
we've
been through all kinds of stuff together for the last 2.5 years, and I knew she was going to be spending her birthday alone because she just broke up with her boyfriend, and I totally forgot.
Ooh.
I'm a jerk. Huge jerk.
Yeah. Yep. Who did you describe migraines to today?
I tried to describe my migraine to Josh, and he kind of got it, but he didn't really get it.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty spot on. Do you need me to ask more questions?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
We can save some for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it is Wednesday, and it's your turn. You kind of struck out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you gotta recover.
I gotta hope that migraine. Thankfully, I only took one med, so I don't have to worry about the rebound stuff. I have to go to work today.
Yeah.
That's
You have to do that.
have to do that, right? I'm putting all of mine little hyper RPG up.
Are you hoping for better luck that way?
Oh, yeah, that's what's going on here. I'm really feeling like I gotta try and sleep in. I don't have to work until later. I'm gonna try and sleep in again, sleep off this migraine. I got that YouTube video out. That's great.
But those plates are still there.
What does the depletion mean?
So the depletion means you got to make up for that this week.
So that's an extra one that I need to do. So I need to do 4 of those this week. I'm going to try and get some more of that in. I really feel like that video that I did yesterday just wasn't up to par, so I need to bust out that next one faster and better than anyone expected.
Okay. All right.
In real life talk again, I often feel that way when I have, because I am a professional Twitch broadcaster, I often feel that when I have a slow day, I need to make up for it the next day. It's just like personal sense of responsibility that if I know that I had a show that just wasn't that great, then I gotta double down and make it even better the next day, make it up to the community who is always so supportive of me, and do better by them. So that pressure is real.
All right. Well, let's see if you can pull it off.
Here's hoping. And I'm screwed.
Oh God, I rolled a 6 again. I'm sorry, Anna. So I rolled a 6. You probably want to take medication today.
I have to.
Maybe you
I
need
gotta
to
go
double
to work.
up. Yeah. Do you want to take double meds today? You're gonna get some side effects,
I know.
and that's all you have for the whole 2 weeks. Also.
I know, and we're on day 3.
Yeah, we are.
3, and I can't afford more meds until I get paid again. I just got paid. I just got these. This is all I have.
So what can you afford to cut out? You know, you can't cut out work.
I can't cut out work. I have to take at least one med, one thing of meds. That YouTube video is gonna have to wait, and I just have to hope that I can do it the rest of the week. still not sleeping in.
Nope.
And I'm using one more.
And you're using another drug.
So right now what we're both talking about is that my self is 5. So I need to get at least 5 tokens on that over the course of the week.
You got 1.
I've got 1, and nothing on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, which means Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I need to get one. I have to. Have to.
Yeah, you do. Or there's gonna be problems.
Or there's
There's gonna be real problems.
So,
Okay, so let's talk first about the things you didn't get done.
everything.
Your sleep is terrible.
Yeah.
You are starting to get bags under your eyes, dark circles under your eyes.
Yep.
Your temper is shorter.
That I can't cover with makeup because they're getting that bad. Yep.
Your temper has gotten short. You don't have energy to deal with people's crap right now because you are so tired.
Or lemur's crap,
Or lemur's crap.
which is what I get to go and shovel all day. The lemur that broke my camera.
Yeah, you usually
It's
love
going
zoo
clean that
animals, and now you're just really agitated that you have to deal with these dumb animals. You just want this stupid picture and you can't get it.
And I'm kind of getting a little depressed being surrounded by all these animals in cages all day. Because that's no fun. Like, that's not a happy thing. And generally speaking, like, it's nice to feel like they're being well taken care of and feel like, at the very least, that is one thing I can do in my job is make them more comfortable and happier. And right now, I just want them to go away.
And a zoo is a public place, right?
Yep.
So there are children and parents who are interacting with you.
I have probably hissed at 1 or 2 children behind their backs.
This is not good, and I'm sure a supervisor is noticing that you're not really as chipper as they would like you to be.
Yeah.
So it hasn't affected your job quite yet, but they're like, she's okay.
Yeah.
She's okay.
Yeah, probably not getting an A in the class that this internship is for. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
yeah, probably not. And then the other thing that happens is that YouTube stuff is just
Not happening today.
not
Not
happening at all.
But I'm not feeling too bad about. I've still got the rest of the week. I'm not behind on that. I was just trying to get ahead, so it's okay.
But people are really eager for your next video. They really liked the
And
last
I wanted
one.
to rebound from that last one that I felt, even though everybody said that it was wonderful, I didn't feel it was up to my standards. And so, you know, I wanted to get the next one out better, and I just can't because of this darn
Not happening.
migraine.
It's not happening today.
No.
It's not happening today. All right. I feel like
A lot, Brave. A lot.
okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. What new cure did someone share with you today?
Oh, God. That hand pressure thing.
So tell me
speaking
what
of, I think
happens.
we're only going to get through 1 week, by the way.
That's fine.
So
We're going to 5:30.
apparently there's a pressure point right here that if you hold it hard enough, it'll help alleviate the pain of your migraine.
Which is total bullshit, right?
Yes and no. If you do it hard enough, it hurts your hand enough that it'll distract you somewhat from the pain in your head,
That's terrible.
but it helps.
I see. So it's kind of like tricking
Because
your
it's-
nervous system.
It's kind of, it doesn't really help. It just distracts you from this pain that has become like your constant companion that you loathe. It distracts you from the misery and the pain that you cannot get rid of. No matter how hard you try, even taking the darned pills that you don't even want to be taking, but you have to. And it just, so even though it maybe even hurts more when you do that, it's a distraction. And that's all that it is. But it is a distraction, and that's something.
Got it. That doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound great. Okay, so I have to face Wednesday now. And what's happening for me is I have to go to work. It's very important for me to go to work today. And today is my other job where I am making deliveries for an auto company. So I'm driving around delivering parts to small dealers from the big dealer. And it's all these guys who just scratch their bellies and go, hey. So they have to deal with
Similar to what I work with. Yeah.
God, I am so behind on my enchanting queue. Like, there is a list of people who are just clamoring for me to do their enchants for them, and it's getting really uncomfortable because they're starting to send like not nice inboxings. So I'm gonna have to address my hobby today, and then I'm gonna try to connect with my WoW heads again, because I'm at least gonna be online doing all this enchanting. I can at least talk with them and can maybe tell Princess Flame happy birthday late. Maybe that will alleviate some of our current tension. So I'm gonna put another one on Friends and try to hope that works out.
Good luck.
Oh god, this game is getting stressful. Yay!
You do it all. I rolled a 1.
Oh my gosh. So I managed to do all of those things then. I go to work, I deliver all the parts, there's no incidents, I even am running a little ahead of schedule, ha ha ha. So that's cool.
So the day, having a great day, and then having a really bad day, and then having a great day, you feel wonderful. You feel blissful almost, because you were getting the stuff done that you need to get done. You were feeling good. The migraine is in the past. It was yesterday. Pain is gone. You don't even have to think about it today. And you were getting stuff done. You feel fantastic.
Excellent. And I can totally do this. Like, whatever, migraines aren't gonna keep me down forever. I am being awesome. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Check this out. I'm being a productive human being. It's fine. You're gonna ask me a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta ask at least one. I know we're trying to pick it up. Fireblind Man is a friend computer. Thank you for being a friend computer and following. What promise did you make today?
I promised Princess Flame that for her next birthday, I was actually gonna fly out to where she lives and we were gonna spend her birthday together.
Wow.
And I think I can do it. I'm feeling really good today.
I think you're lucky that's a year away instead of less than 2 weeks.
But it's a promise that I'm nervous about keeping.
Yeah.
It's cost money to fly, and what if I get a migraine on the way there? Or what if I get a migraine while I'm there and I'm no fun and she doesn't like me in real life because we've never met in real life, and what if she doesn't like me? So there's that, but she was really happy that I promised her that. So I'm gonna push myself out on that limb.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, so now my day 4.
Gosh, you're in a lot of trouble
Oh
here.
yeah, I have to try and do self. I have to go to work. I have to work on YouTube stuff. I have done no chores this week. I have done nothing with friends this week. I haven't even tried to do that with anything with friends. I tried to do chores once, that just didn't work. So those dishes still sitting there.
You still have nothing to eat off of.
Still sitting there. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. Go ahead and roll. Please tell me this migraine is cleared up, because
It did.
It did.
You have a good day.
Blissfully gone. The migraine, I wake up, I'm able to sleep in, I wake up later than I had planned. Thank you for that resub, Blue Dahlia.
Resub from Blue Dahlia.
I wake up later than I had planned, which is amazing. I actually have to rush a little bit to get to work, but I don't even care because I'm so glad. I feel rested, I feel awake. The pain is gone. I can breathe through my nose for a change.
Oh, wow.
Which is something that is very rare for me. I very frequently, I can breathe through like half my nose and the other half is just plugged 90% of the time. So this is great. I can like actually breathe through my nose. This is fantastic. I go to work, I bust it out. It flies by. The day of work just flies by. It's almost like I didn't even have to work today. I get home, I get to work on that YouTube video. I think it comes off fantastically. Whether or not it actually did is another matter, but the fact that I'm in such a good mood helps so much for these things. The fact that I am awake, that I am rested, and that I am in a good mood means so much to that video. So I feel great about it.
Excellent. I'm so happy. Next day. So it's Thursday now for me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say I need to spend some time with Josh. He really wants to go paintballing. And I'm like, okay, I'll go paintballing with you. That sounds like fun. I've never been paintballing before, so it can't be that hard, right? I have really been paintballing before, but Ash has not.
I haven't.
It hurts a little, but it's really fun when you get to shoot people. Anyway, gosh, I don't have to go to work today, so that's nice. But gosh, I really need to catch up on my guild duties. There's actually an application process for a guild, and I have to review all of the warlocks before we let them in. And there are 3 warlocks who are waiting to be approved or disapproved, so I gotta go check their gear scores and see if we're actually gonna let them in.
Yeah.
So the guild leader Darius is counting on me for that. And then I am gonna try to do some self-care. And what I am gonna do for that is I am going to... I'm gonna try to get a massage, because sometimes that helps loosen things up. And that usually makes me feel better. And I don't get to do that very often because it costs money, but like, I'm having a good week and I might as well keep the train going. So, I'm gonna get a massage.
Oh, are you? No, you're not. I rolled a 5.
She rolled a 5, which means if I don't take any medication, that's not gonna knock off 2 tokens.
But
I
you
am
haven't
gonna
taken
use,
any yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my medication.
I think that's a good plan.
And I'm gonna say that I'm just not gonna get that massage.
Still going to go paintballing with the migraine.
Oh yeah, and you get to describe what that is like. So I scheduled the massage for earlier in the day because I don't want to be massaged after paintballing because you're gonna have bruises and that would kind of suck. But I'm like, I'm gonna get loosened up so I can get like the best paintballing experience with Josh and be like super competitive because like I play well, it can't be that different, right? So I go to the masseuse, and as I'm lying there, I feel it come on. And for this particular one, I'm feeling nauseous. And so I'm sitting there, and this migraine is coming on, and I have my face in a little toilet face hole, you know, that they have on these massage tables. That's how I think of it. And I'm like, I'm gonna barf. So I tell the masseuse to stop. And he gets like really like huffy. He's like, what's wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Like, maybe you just need to relax. This will help. And I'm like, no, I have a migraine, I need to go home. He's like, this will help the migraine. And I'm like, no, really, like, I want to go home. And you could tell that, like, I had insulted his prowess as a masseuse.
Yeah, of course.
And so I don't feel like I can go back now and try again, so I'll probably have to find someone else. So that's off.
And so you go paintballing, and you're already not off to a great start.
Nope.
And it doesn't go well. You have a miserable time because you can't focus. You can't focus, so you are constantly getting shot. People are sneaking up on you with no problem at all. You are not able to focus on your target, so it's not like you're really hitting anyone. And you've never done this before, but Josh's friends,
They're all good. They're all really good.
and they're not going easy on you. This is, you're almost feeling like this is some weird hazing thing.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend
and it's
that I'm having fun.
probably not. So you're pretending that you're having fun.
This is so great, Josh.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant experience for you, and you never want to try that again. You might eventually, but this is not an experience you want to repeat anytime soon. But you are in a new relationship.
Grin and
So
bear it.
you grin and bear it.
Grin and bear it.
Yeah.
See, I like the things you like. Like me. Like
Yeah.
me, please.
Yeah. Poor gamer girl.
Oh no.
It's no good. It's no good.
So then I go home with bruises, and I still have like warlocks to get through.
Yep.
What does that look like?
Yeah, that's not good for you either.
Oh, no.
Because at this point, your day has just been brutal to you, and I'll leave it up to you whether you were brutal to them or you painfully easy on them. But there is no in between. Either you destroy them all and say that none of them are worthy, or you let them all through, and maybe you shouldn't have. But your judgment is impaired.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say we need more locks. Like, we had 3 locks drop out in the last 3 weeks, and we have to get more locks for rating. And I'm like, none of these fuckers. None of these fuckers. And so I write them all really awful replies, like, you suck, you need to go get the gear score of like blah 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 before you even talk to us again. Go play with the filthy casuals. And my guild leader is like, huh, they were all bad, huh? And I'm like, yes, they were. And he's like, great, well, raid is canceled tomorrow because we have to have the DPS for this. So I guess we'll just wait till we find more.
We find more.
Yeah. So now I
Yeah.
have to stealth find warlocks.
Yeah.
So either pick them from other guilds or like, I
Get
don't know.
some subs, maybe.
Find
some people to
someone.
fill in for the raid.
Yeah. Oh god, warlock subs. I'm having flashbacks.
But that's what you've got to do.
That's what I gotta do, because I love my guild.
All right.
Alright.
I still gotta do some self-care. I'm so tired of scrambled eggs. I'm just so tired of scrambled eggs that I've been working on this recipe for a while, and I really want to nail it. I really want to get this thing down, perfect this particular recipe. So I'm gonna work on that today.
Okay.
And I've got to go to work again.
Yep.
And I want to try and get ahead on
You still haven't talked to your friends all week.
I don't know, they're not that important. It's fine. They're
not gonna
used to
have
this by
friends.
now because most of them are online. It's fine. I'll do that over the weekend. They know this is the drill. It's fine. I only have a 2 in friends, so they really do know this is the drill. So I'm gonna try and do the self-care, go to the work, and then try and get an early start on that YouTube video. And I am procrastinating on chores, and I know I should call my mother because that falls under the friend category for me. I know I should call her. I'll do it Saturday. I'll do it Sunday. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll all
Everything's
work out.
fine.
It's fine. Do you want to tell me what I don't get to do?
Yes, I do. You don't get to do 2 things. Unless you want to do drugs.
I'm taking another pill.
Okay.
I have to. So incidentally, funny thing, this is not something that I would be able to do. In real life, I cannot, if I have multiple migraines in 1 week, I don't think I'm supposed to take medicine for it. Like, I have a limit to, like, I'm not supposed to take medicine for a migraine for more than 1 migraine in a week. Charlie, thank you for being a friend, computer, and following. If it's the same migraine, then I can continue to take medicine, but it's
your migraine
bizarre.
can start and span over days.
Yep.
And it's the same migraine.
Or it can go away and come back, or it can go away and then I'll get another one. And try telling the difference. You have to think about that day that you were feeling really good. How good were you feeling? Was the pressure still there? Was it in the background?
Oh, no.
You weren't really paying attention. You were just happy the pain was gone, that you could focus for a change. But was it still there? Maybe. Maybe.
Gosh.
So I'm taking a pill, which means that I'm only losing 1 action.
Which one are you losing?
I think it has to be the video again.
Oh no.
Because if I have to eat cereal again today, I am not going to be happy. I gotta take care of myself. I gotta take that shower, wash my hair, cuddle my cat. I gotta do these things. I have to. The YouTube video can wait. I can do that Saturday and Sunday. It'll be fine. So that's the one
So
that
it gets
I lose.
pushed out again.
Yep.
Okay, so that gives you some fairly extreme anxiety. And when I say extreme, I mean anytime you stop what you were doing during that day this thought in the back of your head pops up and goes, oh my god, the video. Every time you stop, you go, oh my god, the video. You're washing whatever, you're doing whatever.
Oh,
and
I
go,
need to
oh
call
God,
my
the
mother
video."
still. Oh, jeez, I still haven't done those dishes. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's starting to pile up, and you can actually feel your chest tightening, just
Yep.
in general, from anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an anxiety attack, but your body
Yeah.
is starting to kind of squeeze itself.
That stress, and I know that I'm probably going to have trouble falling asleep that night because I'm going to be thinking about it. So it kind of ruins that a little bit for me too.
Okay, so tell me about the 2 things that you do manage. What is that like today?
I made cookies, and I didn't manage to perfect that cookie recipe yet. I didn't, but I think I'm on the right track, and I'm very excited about it. And I bring those cookies in to work with me, and I share them with everybody, and it makes everybody like me more because that's how I work. I bribe people. No, but it does, like, it kind of helps me rebound a little bit for the crankiness that I've had, and it gives me an opportunity to feel a little more comfortable explaining that I get really bad migraines fairly frequently, particularly during this season, and I've got one that day, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and they don't get it.
No.
But at the very least, they get that there is something beyond your control that is wrong.
Yes, there is
So,
something beyond your control that is wrong.
And I haven't missed any work for this. I haven't, like, my work hasn't dramatically suffered. It's just that it hasn't been my usual standard of excellence that I prefer. But it's been good. It's been okay, and I think the cookies kind of helped bridge that gap a little. Whether or not that's the case, who knows? But yay, social anxiety as well.
Yay! Who provided unexpected relief today?
My boss. She actually said, "You know what? We're a little overstaffed. Why don't you go home a little early, take care of that migraine?" And I'm like, "Really?" And she lets me go home, and I try and relax and take care of myself a little bit more and decompress. But it's only like an hour, so it's not like I managed to get that YouTube video done.
Yeah, but
Just
it's
keep
like
banging my head against
someone at
it
least cares enough
instead.
to see that you are in a lot of pain.
Yeah. It was visible pain. So yeah.
Got it. Whoosh.
Yep.
Okay, so we have like 7 minutes before I'm gonna say we need to be done with the game and wrap up and do all of the other affirmations. So why don't we speed run
the
rest of this week? We're not gonna get done with the week. Sorry, the second week, but we'll get done with this.
So
week.
let's choose our actions. You choose for the next 3 days.
Yep.
I'll choose for the next 2. Then we'll roll for each of them.
Okay, sounds good. I have to go to work. I need to work on my hobby, and I want to work with my lovers. Those are my 3 that I hope to accomplish.
I have to go to work both days. I have to throw dice at Strix, my arch nemesis.
Darn you!
I still need to I just need to freaking relax because I'm having palpitations and such. Not literally, but I'm so stressed out. I have to do self both of those days. I have to work both of those days, and I have to work on the YouTube stuff both of those days. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. The chores aren't going to get done. I'm going to forget to call my mother. Which is love or friends, it doesn't matter. I just do not have enough dice to get done everything that needs to get done. So I'm gonna put one on YouTube for Sunday, and then I'm going to do chores. I need to get at least 1 chores done for the week. I need 2, and I need to get at least 1 done for the week. But that's that. I'm gonna roll for your Friday.
Okay.
You are good.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for your Saturday.
Okay.
4.
No, I'm gonna say that my
You should
suffers.
You've barely taken anything.
But I want consequences.
You're gonna get consequences on me.
Fine. I take a pill and I avoid
Yeah.
reducing things.
And
Okay.
then Sunday.
Sunday.
You're clear. You're in the clear.
I'm in the clear.
So
Let's
now
do
you
you.
roll for Saturday and Sunday for me.
Okay, your
So you
Saturday.
did Friday.
5. Pills or don't
I'm
do
gonna
things?
take that good grace and call in sick to work. Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I'm calling in sick to work.
Okay. What else are you gonna
which
do?
is gonna be a problem. I've got to hope for some luck next week, because...
So you're gonna take a pill?
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna screw yourself for next week?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I could have a clear week next week. I have a migraine now. I cannot hold off taking these meds on the hope that...
So you have to make the decision for today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, if I don't take it, then next week I'll have a clear week. And it's like, while that would be nice, I can't count on that. I cannot. Like, I have to... I know I have a migraine now. I know it's a bad migraine. If it was a light migraine, then I would hold off. But it's not.
It's not.
It's a rough one. I have to do something. I have to get these chores done. I have to take care of myself a bit. It's the way it has to be. So
I get
that's Saturday. I call in sick to work and manage to get some chores done instead, and that kind of eases my conscience a little. But I feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
I always feel guilty about it. I don't have a choice.
Oh, this
Gotta
is
get
awful.
this stuff done.
I don't want to roll for you on for Sunday, but we gotta do it.
Welcome to my life.
One.
Sunday is clear.
All right.
Blissfully clear.
Blissfully
So-
clear. All right, so let's add up our week. Remember, we want to hit the targets
Oh,
for
I
tokens.
didn't hit any of them.
So,
No, wait, I did for myself.
self was 2, I got 2. Work was 6, I got 6. Chores was 2, I got 2. Friends was 2, I got 2. Love was 3, I got 3. Hobby was 4, and I got 4. Oh, but friends was already depleted, so I am still depleted for friends because I needed to get 3.
So I needed 5 for self. I got 5. I needed 5 for work. I got 4. I needed 2 for chores. I got 1.
So
I needed
tally
2
up your depletions.
I needed 2 for friends. I got 0.
Oh man, you had a very bad week.
I needed 2 for love. I got 1.
Oh no. So
I needed 4 for hobby because I had a depletion.
Uh-huh.
Normally need 3, but I had a depletion. So I needed 4, and I got 3. So I still have that depletion.
So you are behind on a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Your friends, it's starting to have real consequences. People are not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Until you have shown that you still care about them in a real way.
I'm not getting invited to anything now until I invite people to do things. Yeah.
Yep. So you're feeling more isolated.
Yep.
You now have things piling up. So work and chores and your hobby are all bearing down on you, and you don't know how to prioritize them because they're all important. And you look at your apartment and you just want to leave because you don't want to do the freaking dishes. But if you leave and you go to work, you don't want to be there because everyone is looking at you like there is something wrong with you, that you are not up to snuff, and they can't count on you. And then with your YouTube channel, like, people are bitching at you. They're tweeting at you, like, where's the next freaking video? Julie, like, we were expecting this. Like, you're so flaky. And all of this is kind of bearing down on your week. And this is just week 1.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty accurate. Yeah. You came out pretty well.
Yes, except for friends.
You're still hurting from with flaming pony.
Princess Flames?
Princess Flames. With those children you play games with.
We're adults.
Princess Flames. With Princess Flames, she's still feeling a little distant. Like that
Even
promise
after
is
the promise.
great, but that's a year away. A lot happens in a year. So you're thinking maybe you're gonna need to do a little bit more to make up to your friend, make up that.
And feeling alienated
you
from...
missed her birthday, her
Yeah.
first birthday alone. So at the very least, you know that she's just not having a good time right now, and she could maybe use your help.
So that sucks. And also I'm just feeling alienated from my guild as a whole, which hurts me because they're my real friends. Like, it doesn't matter that they're online. They're real friendships that require real work and also get real dividends. And that's how I feel socially connected. And I'm feeling kind of isolated from my guild right now. And like, that means that maybe my class leader position could be in danger. It means we're having shitty raids because we don't have enough DPS and everyone's getting frustrated and grouching. And I kind of just feel very about it because this is my space, this is my home place, and it's kind of under threat right now. All right, so that was week 1. So there's supposed to be a second week to this game. Unfortunately, we are out of time for today. You know, this may be one I want to revisit at some point and play all the way through. to be quite honest.
I'll come back if you want me to.
Because I feel like week
Yeah.
2 would be a disaster.
But you can see, like, just looking at my score sheet or whatever, you can see how far behind I am on so many things, and how just basically one migraine that lasted multiple days and was kind of bad. It wasn't even the worst. It was kind of bad.
It totally wrecked up your week.
Can totally destroy your entire week. And now, if I don't have a migraine at all the following week,
You're okay.
if I don't have anything go wrong the following week, I'm probably okay, but I'm not even sure that I have enough dice in the course of a week to make up this deficit. And that's life. That is how this works. You get a rough week, and it's gonna take you a month to catch up.
Yep.
And you just push through and you do stuff anyway. And
Or you just get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into that hole, and then you're like, oh, it's fine here. I don't even know what real life is like anymore.
yeah.
All right, so that was a great game. Thank you so much, Hannah, for joining us today. Guys, say thank you to Hannah for joining us in chat and answering your questions. It's been a really remarkable day here on Weekly Affirmations. A lot has gone on. Very wonderful art piece that Vanderleest commissioned. Thank you guys for being an awesome community and showing me that you care, because I care about you guys a lot. This game is called 14 Days. It's by Hannah Schaefer and Evan Rowland. You can get it online. They're both on Twitter. The mods will link all of that information. I really want to play this all the way through. For me, it was kind of just true. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
So play this game with your friends. Maybe this can be an empathy and bridge building machine for you, so they can kind of get it better, but you can get it better, and everyone can get it better. It just makes life easier. And now I have a whole bunch of affirmations to get through in the next 10 minutes. So get ready, strap yourselves in for the affirmation train. You gotta help me out with this.
I will do my best.
Okay, so the first one is for Laura QQ from Genova Plus.
Here, do you need me to do the flipping and then you
Yeah,
can
why
do
don't
the
you do
reading?
the flipping?
Okay. Well, you want to scooch just a
okay,
little?
okay, okay.
Or we can. Okay.
Laura QQ, come here.
Come to us. Join us,
Please.
Laura QQ, and together we shall read your affirmations.
So this is from Genova Plus. And you are delightful, enchanting lion.
Ooh, I like this.
Would you like to tell us what that sounds like?
Oh my gosh, that's
That
so
was
great.
lovely. That was delightfully enchanting.
And lion-like.
And lion-like.
It's funny because that's my high school mascot.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The cards never lie.
Yeah.
They never lie.
Apparently, I also goo.
But sometimes they lion.
Oh no, burn.
All right.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
What do we
Okay.
got next?
The next one is for I Am the Big O. And this was from a $5 donation. Thank you so much. I Am the Big O. I don't think I've seen you around a whole lot before, but it was wonderful having you today. I hope to see you again next week. And you are...
No, Hannah, no.
No! You are a careful, bargaining siren.
Bargaining siren.
A careful, bargaining siren.
Well, you know, if you just come here over to this rock and leave that silly, silly boat behind,
We'll have a wonderful time!
we'll have a wonderful time. It is a carefully bargaining siren.
Okay, next one is for Emily from Genova Plus. Emily, can you run out here really quick? Quick. Emily, are you coming?
Emily!
Emily! Yeah. It's from Genova Plus. Nope.
You lure ships, then see how much the sailors will pay to live.
I like that. It's a very economic siren there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Emily, hello.
Hi.
So we hope you feel farmed this weekend.
I do.
Mm-hmm. And we wanted to let you know that you are a maniacal, gliding cyclops. Oh, that's so perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next one is that Troppas or Droppas? It was for the resub. Troppas.
I think it's...
That's a D.
That's a D. Droppas. It's Droppas.
Droppas!
Droppas. Thanks for the resub. I am so glad you did it during my show, because now I get to affirm you. And you are an adroit, conquering owlbear.
That's wonderful.
Uh-huh.
This is wonderful.
Adroit, conquering owlbear. So it'd be like...
I do want to know what an
Yeah.
owlbear sounds
I've
like.
never figured it out. I feel like they have a sound that's really specific.
So there's in Team Human, there's a gentleman who goes by the name of Tabletop Owlbear from Tabletop.
Yeah, D&D.
From Tabletop, the Geek and Sundry show.
Oh, yes.
There's owlbears are a thing there, and he has claimed the owlbear, and he's going to be in Seattle next week. I'm
So
very
we should
excited
get him
about
to
it. So
try this out.
Exactly, we need to find
Yeah.
out from him what he sounds like.
I think in the meantime, it would be something like, hoo, hoo.
That's a good one.
Yes, there we go. Okay, the next one is for Rough Dreamer. What is Rough Dreamer? Yes, Rough Dreamer. I really like this one. You are an ancient, capering elder god. Which is just like perfect.
Yeah.
An
It's
ancient,
like
capering elder
Cthulhu
god.
capering.
Yeah, it's just like, I am ancient and I'm gonna eat you. Okay, excellent. The next one is for Looper Panda. And that was for another resub. You guys all resubbed during my show. That makes me so excited.
I should see if my resub is up.
Yes. Okay, so Looper Panda, you are a clever, admiring pixie. Golf clap. Golf clap.
Yes, Megaloblasmon, Tabletop Owlbear is Australian. Lizard eats
Lizard
flies.
eats
Hi,
flies.
Liz. Hi, Liz.
Lizard eats flies. Okay.
Okay.
So next one is for Mind Slave Death, and that was for the new sub, or rather the resub. We're glad to have you back. So Mind Slave Death, with such a metal name, I think you will appreciate that you are a svelte, amusing jackalope. Okay, the next one is for Wickham? Wism.
We had Wiz something Wizwum.
It was Wizwam. It was Wizwam. Okay. Wizwam. Yes. So Wizwam, you are a spicy, cackling griffin. So I feel like this is like a Latino griffin who is cackling. So he's a Costa Rican griffin. And I don't know how he would cackle with an accent though. That's the hard part. Wizworm, that's right. Wizworm, not Wizwam.
Wizworm, there we go. Yeah, we were missing a couple of characters.
There are
here,
some
so
missing.
we apologize for that. A couple characters missing.
So a spicy cackling griffin would be like, oh, this is awful and stereotypy, so I'm not going to do that. Because I can't do that to fellow Latinos. It would be inappropriate. So I'm just going to eat a piece of donut instead.
All right.
I'm going to skip that sound for today. Okay, the next one is for Small Fry from As Technology, the best corporation. Just going to put that out there.
Porthos,
Friend computer.
Oh, boy!
welcomes a new thumper.
thank you for subscribing. Porthos,
Excellent. Yay, sub hype. So many subs today.
one of the many musketeers.
It's excellent.
Porthos,
What are the other two?
Athos, crap's sake. I know it. It's Porthos, Athos, Aramis.
Is it Aramis?
No.
I don't think it's Aramis. Anyway, someone in chat knows.
What's Aramis from then?
Well, it might be the younger one who wants
No,
to be
that's
the Musketeer.
D'Artagnan.
Yeah, it is D'Artagnan. Oh, it is. It's Aramis.
Yeah, Aramis.
Okay. All right. So
I got it right.
there we go. Joe knows. Small Fry, you are a wide-eyed, calling Medusa. Shut up, Joe. I can feel your criticism from here.
Enjoy it.
Okay, the next one is for Blue Dahlia, and that's for the resub. By the way, did you know dahlias are the official flower of Mexico? Well, now you do. So, Blue Dahlia, you are an incendiary, glittering anteater! Yes!
Oh,
We got
shit.
the anteater today. I am so happy.
What sound does an anteater make?
What sound does an anteater make? I know what sound an anteater makes.
Well, then you should tell us. I'm busy drinking
Do
wine.
you know what the
No,
sound
I
the
have
anteater
no idea what sound it makes.
Joe also knows what sound the anteater makes. Oh, that's not even close.
That's the sound I would make if I was an anteater, because I would be busy eating the ants.
Okay, let me just clear the air here and let me
Right.
tell you what the official anteater sound is for Hyper RPG. And it goes something like this.
Clip this! Clip this!
That is a very, very incendiary anteater.
That's an incendiary and glittering anteater.
So incendiary, it's glittering.
Yes, protect your ears.
It's like an anteater grito.
Yes, exactly.
Aww.
I'm so glad we got anteater today. That's one of my favorites.
That makes me happy.
Okay, and the next one is for Aranax. You know who you are, Aranax. Ooh, Aranax. You are a glamorous, burrowing owl.
I love how many clips are getting made.
I know, my public life from now on is just gonna be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A glamorous burrowing owl. Okay, and then there is Trendune, or perhaps Trendune.
Trendane.
Oh, Trendane.
No, it's Trendane.
Trendane.
Trendane. We know
hard-
Trendane.
Yeah, I know.
Trendane's donated a whole bunch of money.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Trendane.
Oh, that's because I can't read Laura's handwriting. Okay, so
I warned you about my shitty hand.
it is okay. We are making it work.
Yep.
So Trendane.
We will learn to speak Hey Laura QQ. It's fine.
Trendane, you are a mysterious, misbehaving Moogle.
Very alliterative.
Ah.
A mysterious, misbehaving Moogle.
We all know what sound a Moogle makes.
Koopa?
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 So it's mysterious and misbehaving, so it's like Koopo. Koopa.
I'm like, Opak?
Koopo.
Opak? And everybody's like, that's so mysterious. Why is it not saying the Koopo noise?
Excellent. So the next one is for Lizard Eats Flies. Lizard Eats Flies.
Liz!
It's for Liz. And then we only have one more, and then they're gonna kick us off the air. So we're almost done. Okay, so Liz, you are a lively, thundering panda. A lively, thundering panda. And then finally, Porthos, who we just had a discussion about. You are here. Slack in here.
But I'm going to tell you what a thundering panda sounds like in just a
goodness.
second.
So Porthos, which I love your
Alright,
username.
I'm just gonna play some of her music.
You can
She's
do that.
done all of my music, but it's fine.
You are a tremulous, shimmering kraken.
Ooh.
Ah. What does a tremulous, shimmering kraken sound like, Anna?
I don't know. I was still stuck on Liz.
Right here, kraken.
It's tremulous and shimmering.
So it's like. All right, we are out of time, and that is all of our affirmations. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today on Weekly Affirmations. Today we played Evan Rollins and Hannah Schaefer's 14 Days. Go look it up, go buy it, go play it. And next up, we are having, what are we having, Anna? We're not having DFA.
We are not having Death from Above. We are having something that I think is going to be wildly entertaining. Malika is running people through Mecha versus Kaiju.
Oh boy.
I don't know what more to say than that. Mecha versus Kaiju, Malika's running it. It's going to be immensely entertaining.
Stick around, you're gonna
Yes,
really enjoy yourselves.
yes,
Thank you guys
please.
so much. I will follow up with the hashtag GameFeel stuff right after the show today. Laura, can you give us our outro song, please? And everyone, have a great weekend.
Oh, I said a weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
And so are you guys. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye!
Bye, guys.